seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Do you want love or you want fame? Are you in the game? No, the love game.
I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Don't think too much, just bust that kick. I wanna take a ride on your disco
I
stick.
get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I wanna get numb and forget where I'm from. Cause looking in your eyes, like looking at the sun. I feel like you're the moon, I feel like I'm the one. I wanna get numb, I wanna get numb.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away.
I don't wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. Cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh baby, I don't wanna know.
You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
Now I ain't been sober. I'm a smoker. I don't want drink. I take all my water. Who gets the sober? All I want. When we roll up, just be honest. Now I ain't been sober.
I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 on and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. When I told her, I said, yeah, yeah. Should've got done, said come and get me. Yeah, yeah. I get so caught up, got you told me. Yeah, yeah. Hurry my girl, best to hold me. Yeah, yeah. Next thing I do, yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Next thing I do, yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove.
see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like worth living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, need work some black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a birth to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids, to the hell kids. One less hungry mouth on the welfare.
I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. No deal, nothing I need, this shit they want from me. I just wanna say that I'm loving
What you know about us, I got what you need. Looking for the story, get what you want. You get what you please. We about to get it on. Take off the drawers. It's just you and me. You know what I be doing. I'm about to go broad. Cause I like what I see.
California, knows how to party. California, knows how to party. In the city of LA, in the city of gold lights, in the city of Compton. We keep it rockin', we keep it rockin'.
I feel bonita.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
But baby, you hardly even know when I try to show you. Song is meant to keep you doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly.
Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
Smoke in the air, binge drink.
Look. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? What? Or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? Wanna resolve things on the blood of your way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. Strangled him off in the parking lot with his cork and eye.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell.
I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car, your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and your game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. So darling, darling,
baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like
so darling, darling, stand by me, oh stand
God have mercy on your soul.
Do you still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on. Baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show me love. Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning I need you to hold on. Baby, please, so far away. Although I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take me and hold on. Tell me that's really safe.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh,
I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Y'all already know who I am. My name's Topher.
Cause I'm a monster.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. Just grab somebody, don't live in this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
And I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill where the landslide brought down. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes older, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
and somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wave a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, baby, watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it.
Love her mom, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. And I'll dream each night of some
chains to break, holding you. Were you born to resist? Don't be abused. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you?
Keep up, little boy, lose my.
Can we find love again? Is this the time? Yeah. Tell me how many more tears will dry till you hit me with can we talk and try love again?
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I
When I
do.
met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love, as the leaves turn brown. And we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer, when I met you in the summer,
And it became personal with me.
You ready? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can of mean captain, grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home.
I got way too much time to be this hurt. Somebody help, it's getting worse. What do you do with a broken heart? Once a love phase, everything starts.
She wants to touch me, whoa. She wants to love me, whoa. She'll never leave me, whoa.
Don't trust her, never trust her. Won't trust her, won't trust me. Shush, girl, shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said, shush, girl, shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said.
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't get. All I know is 10:35 and I can feel your arms around me, that I'm drowning. All I know is 10:35 and I'm thinking, God, you found me, that you found me. You got me tripping, stumbling, whipping, stumbling, because I'm falling in love. You got me slipping, stumbling, sinking, stumbling, because I'm falling in love. Can't help it, 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 can't help it. Stop to worry, stop to worry. Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like Nirvana? Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? Oh, no, 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 don't fuck with my heart. No, 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 don't fuck with my heart. How deep is your love? Oh, no, 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 don't fuck with my heart. How deep is your love? Oh, no, 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 don't fuck with my heart.
I never fuck Nikki cause she got a man, but when that's over then I'm first in line. And the other day in her Maybach, I thought goddamn this is the perfect time. We had just come from that video, you know LA traffic had the city slow. She was sitting down on that big butt, but I was still staring at the titties though. Yeah, low key and maybe high key, I been peaked that you like me, you know. Who the fuck you really wanna be with besides me? I mean, it doesn't take much for us to do this shit quietly, I mean. You say I'm obsessed with dick women and I agree.
I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you.
Hold your breath, darling, swim to shore. I'll tread the water in that heart of yours. And when it storms, we'll sail right through the waves. I love you more than yesterday. I love you more than yesterday. I love you more than yesterday.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel.
'Cause you got the love, you got the love, you got the love. You got the love, you got the love, you got the love. Want it all? But I ain't worried about it right now. Keep them dreams alive. 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the balcony. I ain't worried about it.
Copped a BMW, new deposit, I picked up another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it. I had planes flying, crowds screaming, money counting chains, clanking shit. I guess that's how it sound when you win. I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So high up through the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gonna drown when I'm in it. I bet she gon' get loud when I'm in it.
Thinking about I wasted on you. All of this time and all of this money. All of these sorries I don't owe you money. All of these miles on this Chevy and prayers in a pew. All them days I spent wasted on you. Wasted on you.
Copped a BMW, new deposit, I picked up another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it.
No clouds in my stones. Let it rain, I hydroplane in the thing. Coming down like the Dow Jones. When the clouds come, we gone. We Rockefeller, we fly higher than weather. And cheap vibes are better, you know me. In anticipation for precipitation, stack chips with a rainy day. Jay, Rain Man is back with Little Miss Sunshine. Rihanna, where you at?
Just like the wild wind does. Sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like the wild wind does. to me, you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I'm posing myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home.
Just like the white winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
But I miss you in the mornings when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done.
Nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way.
AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
200.
Every single person can be successful.
Dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time day
Now
trader.
we're currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this, go out, make that money, make a killing, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby! Let's see this thing keep unfolding even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
He's brought a ludicrously capacious back.
She graduated with a 4.0. Only outdated for my
Ladies and gentlemen! Ladies and gentlemen! We got ourselves a day. We got ourselves a moment. Traders, I am so excited to see what's going to be coming on up today. The biggest IPO we have seen in the last 5 years is kicking on off today. I cannot wait to see what comes on up. We're talking about ARM. We're talking about ARM, baby. You see how jacked I am? Side note, traders, let's have a wonderful day today. We got a Thursday right here coming down to the end of the week. Free YouTube live stream. I got a pound of pancakes in my belly right now. Just feeling the absolutely delicious maple syrup drip on down. It's going to be a day for the books. And I don't want to leave here with no less than $3,500 today. I want to leave here with no less than $3,500 in the bank account today. So that's what we're going to be going after. That's what we're searching. That's what we're going to be trying to do here. Over the last few days, we made $1,900 on Monday. On Tuesday, we made $1,200. Yesterday, we were able to make $750. Right now, I'm averaging $1,200 a day. But today, with this new IPO, I definitely think we could be able to make a little bit more. So we got so much to talk about here. We got so much to go over here. And team, it's game time. So everyone, take an extra little scoop of pre-workout today. Put a little bit of that extra sugar in your Venti pumpkin latte. Make sure you guys throw back a little bit of an Irish car bomb. Whatever you're feeling today. Maybe a couple margaritas. Who knows? But we got a day ahead. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up right now. That's all I ask. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys are over on YouTube. And if you guys are over on TradeCaster.com, you guys are already good to go. Maybe, again, lose an article of clothing. Make sure you're feeling a little bit dynamic today. Traders, let's dive right on in. Let's see what we got. It's time to get after it. So team, let's just do it. Let's just do it here. Woo! All right, guys. Got a lot to talk about as stated, so we just want to make sure that we're all set, ready to rock. Now, what we have on this day, 9:10 a.m., got 20 minutes to break this entire thing on down. We are going to be, just going over our morning newsletter, maybe checking out a few clips about ARM. So what I have today is, today's the day I've been waiting for. The ARM IPO is coming on out. Now, what is ARM? What is ARM? I'm going to say ARM a lot. You know, their chips are used in 99% of cell phones. So the chips that are used in iPhones, the chips that are used in Droids, nearly everyone in the world has a cell phone, right? Most people, or United States, I'm not going to say every single person, but a good chunk of people have cell phones. They're all used from ARM's chips. Google uses their chips for upcoming projects in AI. And NVIDIA, who everyone loves, gets a lot of their chips from ARM. ARM, this is one of the biggest IPOs we have ever seen. So I am very excited to see what's going to be coming. And for anyone that's asking, what is this picture all about here? This is when, last year when I presented at ARM, me and the CEO go back and forth here and there. He's my cousin's uncle's best friend's lover. So, I was able to perform there and, kind of just talk a little bit about what I like about the company. So nice to be able to get a cool thumbnail. Yesterday, we made $729 in profit, but let's talk about ARM a little bit. SoftBank's ARM valued at $54.5 billion in the year's biggest IPO. So, ARM launched its IPO marketing efforts last week, seeking to convince investors it has grown ahead of it, beyond the mobile phone market, which dominates a 99% share, as we talked about the mobile phone market. Weak mobile demand during a global economic slowdown and caused ARM's revenue to be stagnant. Overall total $2.68 billion in 12 months. ARM told potential investors in New York last Thursday that cloud computing market, of which has only a 10% share, therefore has more room to expand. It is expected to grow at an annual rate of 17% through 2025, partly thanks to advances in artificial intelligence. The automotive market, of which it commands 41%, is forecast to expand by 16%, compared to just 6% growth expected by the global market. So these chips are not just used in the mobile phones, these chips are also used in artificial intelligence. It's used in cars such as Tesla, to be able to have all this different technology. And it's a company that is expected to be able to grow significantly over at least the next 2-3 years. But it's hard to predict what's going to happen over the next 2-3 years, So we definitely want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on this. Let's go ahead and throw on this quick little video here just for a second, and let's just get a little bit of a better idea of ARM and see, what could be coming on up. There's a quick little ad before that. So let's actually dive into this a little bit more here. Heading on over, let me grab the CNBC Morning Squawk here. And let's talk about the CNBC Morning Squawk. What do we have? What are we seeing? What's the main talk of the town? Well, obviously we do have ARM time. It's 4 time of the biggest initial public offering of the year. ARM is going public on Thursday in a long-awaited debut on NASDAQ. The chip designer's IPO was priced at $51 a share, the top of its expected range of $47 to $51 per share. That puts it fully diluted market cap that includes an outstanding restricted stock units at more than $54 billion. ARM provides chips to tech giants including Apple, Google, NVIDIA, Samsung, AMD, Intel, and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, and many of them said that they are going to be buying shares as part of the offering when they come out live today. So basically, guys, when they come out live today, not only are you trying to get shares potentially, but you are also going to be competing against Apple, Google, NVIDIA, Samsung, AMD, Intel, as they are trying to buy public shares as well today. So there is going to be a lot, of course, that we need to be focusing over on this, and I am very excited to see what is this going to be doing. But really, every single person has been talking about ARM and what's going to be happening on this. So let's actually check out a quick, just like 2-minute video here over on ARM, get a little bit of a better idea of what we could be seeing. So let me bring this on over.
Or Verizon.
Meantime, it could be the IPO of the year. Chipmaker ARM Holdings getting set to price shares after the close today in a big moment for the semis and the IPO market at large. Our Leslie Picker and Christina Partsenevelos are going to break down the action here. Leslie, talk to us first a bit about what you're hearing about tonight.
Hey, Carl. Yeah, it should be the biggest IPO of the year. In fact, it should be the biggest IPO in several years. It is a scaled down marketing process from what was initially expected. What I'm hearing is that the book is currently oversubscribed about 10 times, so that bodes well for pricing, and that they should be pricing at the high end of the range or above given that demand. So that indicates a valuation on a fully diluted basis of about $54.5 billion or higher. Now, that is great news for the psychology of this deal and for the obvious strategy surrounding this deal. But initially, there were reports out there that this company could be valued at $70 billion. So it's definitely a discount to what had previously been reported in terms of the targets that they were seeking. But nonetheless, it's not a bad strategy to go in with a more muted or modest valuation and be more conservative on that front, with the hope that you get that demand, you get that book filled multiple times over, hopefully, and then you can kind of guarantee or at least hope to have a pretty decent debut when this thing starts trading tomorrow.
Please stick around. We want to bring in Christina to talk about not just the capital markets element, Christina, but also the business model itself.
Which is important because this is a company that provides the architect for so much out there. But you have the $54 billion valuation. Leslie talked about the words chip.
So guys, we will obviously, keep that on watch and be aware of it. Now, a lot of people are asking, okay, Dek, so number one, what price? Let's think about this real quick. A lot of people are saying, number one, what price is ARM opening up at? ARM is probably going to open up, they say the top end of $51. I bet you we open up over $51. I bet you we're going to be opening up at like $54, $55. Okay? There is a lot of hype on this IPO, as you guys know. There's a whole lot of hype here. So the thing that I want you guys to be aware of is ARM. If you guys type in ARM right now, nothing's there. I've had like 35 people hit me up today and they say, Dek, I type in ARM and nothing comes up. What's going on? I can't seem to find the chart. What's happening here? So guys, ARM, it's not available to trade yet. Okay, ARM is not public yet. It will come out today sometime after 10:30. We don't know the exact time. They don't have an exact time, but they're telling us that sometime after the time of 10:30 is when ARM is going to come on out. So we just want to be ready for that. It could come out at 10 o'clock or 10:30. It could come out at 10:45, 11 o'clock, 11:20. Could come out at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's a little bit frustrating. We don't have the exact time that ARM is going to be coming on out, but it's probably going to be coming out 10 o'clock or later. Okay? Now, with that being stated, over on ARM, I do think we are going to be opening up right around that 51, 52, a little bit higher than $50. Okay? Now, what do I think is going to happen today? My prediction on what I think is going to happen over on ARM is I do think ARM is going to open, and I think there's going to be a big spike right out of the gates. That's what I think. And why do I think there's a lot of big spiking? Well, just like I've been saying, and just like CNBC's been saying, and just like different analysts have been saying, people are saying this is the chip provider for every single phone out there. 99.9% of phones use ARM. Apple's buying shares. We have Google buying shares, NVDA's buying shares, AMD's buying shares. I'm expecting that the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of ARM are almost going to just be straight out of the gate, straight on up. That's the time that I am going to want to buy ARM. ARM, that's the time I want to get involved with it. Right off the rip, right away, jump in on this play, hop in, get filled, and see this thing go crazy. So if I could say what's the perfect game plan, I'm expecting a spike right off the gates. Now, what I will say is that I do think there is already too much hype towards ARM. So what do I think that means? What that means is after we get this very big spike, after we get a very nice move, at some point, I think it's going to give nearly everything back. I can't say if that's going to be within the first 30 minutes. I can't say if that's within the first, day or two. But I do think after this hype basically diminishes and slows on down, it is going to give everything back. And if you ever want to be a long-term investor, I would look to actually buy this like sometime next week when it's a little bit lower and the hype isn't as crazy. So if you're saying, all right, Dek, I like ARM, I want to long-term invest into it, I would not long-term invest on it today. I would wait for a spike, a drop, and then again, get involved for your long-term investment. I think if you're day trading it today, I think that's absolutely fine. Now, also, I want you guys to understand something. there also are no options available for ARM. So you can't do option contracts. You can't be saying, all right, Dek, well, what's the contract? What's my expiration date? It's only shares today. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe I've heard, that it's only shares today. There are no option contracts. The only thing that you guys can do on this play is to buy shares or short shares. Usually on IPOs, there aren't shares available to short, but I'm expecting that a stock this big will have shares available to short. So, we'll be all set, ready to rock and roll, be able to get involved into it, and then go from there. Options start up on the 18th. So thank you. So on Monday, right? So we have this play at this moment where we have a very nice spike. Options start up on Monday. All right, that's when you guys can start getting involved in ARM. But let's talk about the rest of the market right now. Let's talk about what else we could be seeing. Let's talk about what else we have at this time. So the S&P 500 is moving on up. We also do have NVDA, which had a nice little climb, starting to get a little bit weaker. Tesla at this moment trying to move itself on up. Let's get a good kind of breakdown of this morning and make sure everyone is on the same page here. So what do we have at this time? Well, anyone who did not know, we did have PPI data come on out. So it says Dow futures gained 100 points this morning on signs of resilient consumer, tolerable inflation. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average was set to gain for the first day in 3 after August retail sales came in better than expected and another inflation reading was not as bad as feared. So the August reading of the producer price index came in hotter than expected. It rose 0.7%, more than the 0.4% increase anticipated by economists polled by the Dow Jones. However, excluding food and energy, core PPI increased 0.2% in line with estimate. Elsewhere, the European Central Bank hiked rates by an expected quarter percentage point Thursday, but noted inflation is easing and could be near the end of its hiking campaign. That follows the August reading of the Consumer Price Index. The core CPI, which excludes food and energy, gained 0.3% from the prior month and 4.3% from 12 months earlier. That compares against the estimates of 0.2 and 4.3% respectively. The August CPI reading isn't expected to change the Federal Reserve's course on its policy meeting. As of now, there is a 97% chance that we do not raise rates next week. All right, so let's think about this here, team. Starting on Tuesday of next week, we do have the Federal Reserve meeting. Tuesday and Wednesday, Fed meeting. Wednesday of next week, Jerome Powell comes on out and he's going to state, are we going to be pausing rates or are we going to be raising rates? If we raise rates, it is going to drop the market very hard. I'm telling you guys that right now if we raise rates next Wednesday at the time of 2 o'clock Eastern. And the reason why is because right now there's a 97% chance that we do not raise rates. So if we have a 97% chance and all of a sudden that 3% chance happens, that is going to be something that's going to shock investors. They are not going to be ready for it. And again, right now everyone's saying, all right, everyone have a good time. Everyone stay calm. We're pausing rates. We're almost done raising rates. It's been like 12, 13 times, but we're coming down to the end of it. So we did have our inflation data come out. We had CPI yesterday. We had PPI today. And both are a little hotter than expected. Both are saying that inflation is still being pretty resilient. But even with this resilience, there's still a 97% chance that we don't raise rates. So that kind of comes on down to how you guys are going to be taking it. So Dek, does that mean we're pausing rates? 97% chance we're raising rates. So what does that mean for the market? Well, people are probably going to be happy. People are going to be excited. We're not raising rates. We're pausing. We're coming down to an end. I could imagine a more bullish move as we start moving ourselves on up. It says the August wholesale inflation rises 0.7%, hotter than expected. So inflation at the wholesale level rose more than expected in August. The producer price index, a measure of what producers get for their goods and services, increased a seasonal adjusted 0.7% in August. That monthly gain was above the Dow Jones estimate for 0.4%. The data comes a day after the more closely followed consumer price index slowed rise of 0.6%. As with the CPI and upward pressure, the PPI came largely from a big jump in energy prices. The PPI energy index rose 10.5% of the month, spurred by a 20% surge in gasoline. So, traders, we are seeing at this moment, we have the CPI data out. That was yesterday. PPI data is out today. Boom, good to go. Even though things are hotter than expected, there's still a 97% chance that we're not going to be raising rates. So, team, how are we going to be playing today's market? Well, as you guys can see right now, we are finally above, and it seems like we're clearly above the S&P 500 right here. The S&P 500, you guys can see the 13 EMA and the 50-day moving average. This green line and this blue line have really just been strong resistance and support back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You guys can see top resistance, broke again top resistance, fell back on down, finally broke back on up. It really has been a struggle to get above and stay above that 13 EMA and get above and stay above that 50-day moving average. It has been troubling to get above this area. Now, what's the good thing? We are gapping up above this area. Even if we have a pullback, we're probably going to be falling back down towards like 447.50 and then get a bounce there. This old resistance is now going to hold up as new support, and we're going to see, can we squeeze and spike and get a nice move all the way back on up. So we are keeping our eyes peeled over on the S&P 500, seeing can this squeeze and push itself on up a little higher. So S&P 500, I am leaning more bullish on this day, even though we do have some, not great PPI data at this time. But what about like some other companies, Dek? Like what are we actually trading today? Like what should we be getting ourselves involved in? Well, we know NVDA had a little bit of a gap up today. Why is NVDA having a little bit of a gap up? Well, all the hype is on ARM, as we already talked about, and NVDA is part of the ARM kind of field. Everyone's looking at ARM today. Everyone's expecting ARM to do good today. Everyone's excited about ARM. So people are saying what ARM, NVDA, AMD are all within that same field. So AMD, also another stock that's within the same field and within the same area. What I love about AMD today is that AMD is above the strong area of resistance. I've talked about this for I don't know how many times, but when we go over this, what can you guys realize? Let's switch it back into a little bit of a larger time frame, and what can you guys see? You can see how strong this 107.50 mark is. How many times have we come on up towards 107.50 and been rejected? You guys can see 107.50 got rejected, 107.50 got rejected, 107.50 got rejected, 107.50 got rejected, 107.50 got rejected. We came on up, hit 107.50, got rejected. We broke it. We fell back on down. We got a bounce play. We fell back on down. We got a bounce play. I don't want it to fall all the way back on down towards 107.50. I want this coming on down towards like 107.80, 107.90. Show me AMD that we are building some sort of like new higher lows. That's what I want. So over the last few days, guys, I have not done options. I have been just doing straight shares. And the reason why I've been doing just straight shares is because when I'm doing straight shares, it just helps me a lot with my confidence, where I don't have to worry about contracts. I don't have to worry about strike price. I don't have to worry about expiration dates. I don't have to worry about theta. I don't have to worry about the delta. A lot, over the last few days, making $1,900, then making $1,200, then making $750. I just get to play the chart. I have funds, I buy into the play, I buy into the stock, and then I just have to, just go from there. So AMD is definitely going to be one of my favorite plays that I'm going to be looking at today. I'm looking for a quick morning pullback back on down towards sub 108, trying to get filled at 107.80 and then a bounce back on up. That's really my game plan going into today. I think ARM is going to bring in a lot of hype to a lot of these plays. I'm looking for AMD to hold above 107.50, and then I want to see, can we get a nice little spike as maybe that hype builds on up throughout this morning. So that's, kind of where I'm starting off with on this day, and trying to see, can we be able to get any sort of momentum, hype, action, all that good stuff. What else do we have here? We have FWBI. I like the spike so far. Let's just see if there's anything else. PFSW looks like it's getting acquired at a certain price. CYTO, not too much to right there. AVTX has been creeping its way on up. Let's go over to FWBI. FWBI, what I like about this play already, you can see 40 cents all the way up towards 95 cents. Already, I like it. This stock is up 103%, only 7 million in float. Very low float for a stock that's only 80 cents. But let's go ahead and check out the news scanner. Remember, guys, news scanners are so important. This tells us what's bringing in the hype. Why are people jumping towards plays? To be able to get the news just like that, it's so crucial. So the thing is, why is FWBA spiking? FWBA right here, we have First Wave Biopharma announces exclusive global license agreement from Sanofi. So we do have the word agreement. An agreement is two companies working together. So when we have two companies working together, that always brings in a lot of hype. FWBI, what do you guys think is the number one thing out of this play that we need to be looking at? We have to see FWBI get above and stay above $1. If this play can get above and stay above $1, I think FWBI can go on a very nice rip. I think FWBI can go on a very nice spike. We only got about 45 seconds until this market opens on up here, team. So I'm trying to get, really pumped up on this day as I am, and, getting ready to rock and roll. It's obviously going to be an absolutely huge day ahead. Keep your eyes peeled over on AMD. We want to see if AMD is going to get a little bit of a pullback at the start of the day, and then basically we can go from there. All right, so let's, get a little bit of a pullback over on AMD. Watch our bounce play. Again, I'm not doing shares. I am, again, going to be doing, I'm not doing options. I'm just going to be doing shares as I've been. Well, let's get ready to rock. Market is now live. I'm not in anything just yet, but I will be jumping in on this play if I get some sort of pullback over on AMD. So I just want to type out AMD. Probably going to be looking to get roughly 1,000 shares or so, and that'll be a good chunk of change on my end. And we got AMD, a little bit of a spike right off the rip here. Look at AMD getting a nice little spike right off the rip. Guys, AMD going on a nice dollar climb right away. I was looking for actually like a little bit of a drop before this, spike on up. 107.50, we know we could fall on down towards, but right now a lot of people are going straight up towards it. It seems like thing happening with NVDA right here. Now NVDA is actually getting a little bit of a pullback, and it really comes on down towards that, ARM. Now the thing is, team, we need everyone working together here. The moment someone sees ARM goes live, we got to be talking out loud with each other. I think the best thing for us to do, and the best thing for you guys to do on your end, everyone go to the level 2. Just open up a level 2 right now, right, and have it where you're usually looking, and just type out ARM. And now we just have a blank scanner. We just have a blank level 2, and now the moment ARM comes on out, we'll be able to see it right away. So that sounds like a good idea. The moment that ARM comes on out, we'll see the orders coming, and then we'll be all set, ready to rock. So that's like probably what we should be doing at this time. Kind of make our lives easy so that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. So team, we got a big day ahead. Super pumped on up. We're gonna see where this volume and action and momentum. Yep, I am using Lightspeed as my broker. So I'm really getting pumped up on this day here, traders. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see a lot of action. We're going to see a lot of hype. I think we're going to see a lot of movement. 931 in the market. All I ask out of you guys, again, smash that thumbs on up. We are only 2.5 weeks from the small account challenge as well. How exciting is that, guys? 2.5 weeks from the small account challenge. This is also one of the first years that we're doing something different in the small account challenge, team. What we're doing is every dollar I making this small account challenge here, team. If we turn $2,000 to $10,000, if we turn the $10,000 to $20,000, I'm giving away all my trading profits from this small account challenge. So for everyone that's watching, everyone that's joining, everyone that's part of, again, TradeCaster for the small account challenge, whatever I turn this account to, we're giving that to TradeCaster members. We're giving that to people who have blown up their accounts in the past, but again, are still passionate and excited to work. I'm giving it to people who participate in the chat room. I'm giving it to people who have been working hard, studying in the video library. So my goal here is to turn this $2,000 account into the biggest account I possibly can. And after we turn it into the biggest account we possibly can, let's take this money and let's just give it away to you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm really excited about that. So I got a little chip on my shoulder. I got some extra motivation to be able to say, hey, I see this person in chat every single day. They're working hard. This person, quit their job trying to become a full-time trader. This person has a family, whatever it may be. I don't want to let you guys down. I want you guys to be able to grow your accounts, and then for me to be able to give you a little extra on top of it. So I'm really pumped up for the small account challenge. October 2nd, ladies and gentlemen, small account challenge going down. Got FWBI coming up towards around that $1 mark. FWBI. We'll be trading a lot of options. Options most likely, for the small account. I'm going to be using a cash account. on Lightspeed. Also, you know, we are having a huge sale the 28th to the 2nd, so you guys can be part of the small account challenge. And also, Lightspeed is allowing anyone to sign up between the 28th to the 2nd to be on a $2,000 account. First time ever they're allowing people to do that. So first time ever they're allowing people to start with a $2,000 account on Lightspeed, which is going to be awesome. But you got to sign up in that 4-day stretch there. AMD still watching. AMD, guys, getting a little bit of a drop. Now, let's remember something. As AMD gets weaker here, we are getting interested for a possible dip buy and bounce play. The reason why we're getting interested is because we can see 107.50, 107.50, 107.50, 107.50, 107.50. We are looking to see how low are we going to fall right here, and AMD is definitely going to be one of the stocks I'm interested in just because I know how strong 107.50 is. So if we start going a little bit lower, guys, I am definitely going to get myself involved over on some AMD trades. AMD actually just had a lower shadow. What did it just come on down to? 107.80. So AMD 107.80 just came on down towards. Can we get a little bit lower than this? I like the lower shadow. Indicates we're going to spike back on up. If we can get back above the VWAP, I would probably actually even look for some possible entries maybe. Nothing I'm in on yet, guys. You guys can see right here. Nothing I'm in on at this moment. Sitting back, staying smart. Probably do 2 different entries on AMD, you know, probably right around 500 shares each. Try to get up towards about 1,000 shares. It would be a larger investment. Now, again, just because I'm doing shares doesn't mean you guys have to do. You guys can also be just doing contracts. Dek, well, what's the contract? I just want to know, like, what would be the contract that I'd want to be getting myself involved in? If you guys want to do AMD, how do I always, again, look to do it? I go AMD. You want to do September 15th if you're just looking for a day trade, and then you go slightly out of the money. So if you want to get in on AMD at 107.50, do a 108 strike price. If you, again, are saying to yourself, you know, we're at 108.50, go to 109. Right? So I always go slightly out of the money when I'm doing contracts just because it makes the contracts a little cheaper, and then you usually get yourself into the money rather quickly. So I always, again, go slightly out of the money, put myself in the money right when I get the bounce play that I'm really looking for, and then from there you can pick how many contracts you want. So I would, you know, it depends on how you guys want to be able to trade this today. But right now, I like how we came on down towards that 107.50-ish mark or near it. Now it's trying to hold itself on up the best it can. We'll see if we can get back above the VWAP, back up near around like 108.30, breaking that VWAP. I might look for it because it shows that we did get some sort of bounce near these lows. And now we're also looking for that break back above that VWAP area. Remember, the whole reason why I like AMD is AMD is a pretty active play. And also the amount of bouncing. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, bouncing, bouncing. Looking for, again, potential bounce, and then we move ourselves on up. So that's all that I'm looking for as of now. If you guys see anything that's going bananas, please let me know. Right now, FWBI team starting to go a little crazy. Is FWBI halted at this time, or is this thing still live? FWBI is still live. We don't have to have ARM on the bottom level too right now because it's not even 10 o'clock yet. So not even 10 o'clock at this moment. AMD still getting a little bit weaker though. AMD, FWBI, definitely a pretty crazy play. Almost got halted. $1 breakout play. So that's a $1 breakout play over on FWBI. So AMD still watching this one. Want to see if we can get that perfect trade. Now, again, you know, my main trade that I'm looking for today, as you guys know, is ARM. So it's like, I'm not trying to become a superhero in this first 10 minutes. Just a little heads on up. I'm not going to be probably making $45,000 within this first, 10 minutes of the day. You know, I'm looking to be able to make a few $100, get myself into the green, get some nice dip buys, get some nice bounce plays. AMD starting to work itself back on up a little bit here. We did get a little bit of a low here, a little bit of a low here, coming back on up towards that VWAP area. Can we get above the VWAP? That's the big question. Get above the VWAP, break 108.50, and start spiking its way back on up. Right now, you can always compare NVDA and AMD just because they do move in a very similar fashion. Now, also, why is there also hype over on ARM today? Why would there be hype over on ARM? Well, ARM is a semiconductor chip maker which is used in all artificial intelligence. Now, what's the biggest artificial intelligence stock out there? As you guys know, NVDA. But ARM is like a bigger version of NVDA. NVDA went all the way from $116 to $500. They are the #1 best investment so far of 2023. So that's why there's a lot of hype and a lot of excitement towards this play. Now, I will say this though. I will say there is something a little bit scary. And what's the scary thing? Scary thing is the AI hype slowing down? Guys, you know, NVDA, this is the first red candle in the last 6 months. On the monthly chart, it's the first month that we've actually had red. Does that mean that maybe the AI hype is slowing down? Does that mean that maybe the AI hype isn't, you know, going as crazy as it was before? I mean, all hypes do fade on down. I always say this and I always get a few haters whenever I say, oh, hey guys, like when Bitcoin was all the way up at 60,000. Hey guys, Bitcoin just dropped down to 50,000. Do you guys think it's starting to fall on down? No, it's going up to 100,000. Hey guys, these NFTs, these monkeys were all the way up at $1 million. They're now down to 500,000. Oh yeah, discount prices. I'm buying $500,000 monkeys. Hey guys, do you think that maybe after 6 months of climbing on AI hype, you know, maybe NVDA is going to fall? Maybe the AI hype is starting to get a little bit weaker. No way. You know, there's always going to be people that are going to say no way. But to me, the only way that AI stays, you know, relevant, I'll be honest with you. The only way that AI stays relevant to me is I need some sort of product. I need something. Okay, we heard about AI and how crazy it is. Now let me see something. The only thing I've actually seen of AI is I can go to ChatGPT, which is cool, but it's like a more advanced Google, which is awesome. It's cool. Nice. I like ChatGPT. And the other thing I saw was like a website where basically you can like type in, you know, draw me a picture of what it would look like if a dolphin and a monkey had a baby. And then it just like made like an AI generated picture. Cool. I like ChatGPT, very neat. And making art as AI, you know, very neat. But I want something cool. I want something revolutionary. I want something to keep the AI hype alive. And, you know, and to me, it's like I do feel like the AI hype is slowly dwindling. Now, still, there's a ton of hype over on ARM. There's still a ton of hype over on NVDA. It's still an amazing investment. But, you know, how long can we keep AI hype alive without seeing something kind of step up next? So AMD still watching it. NVDA keep watching it. FWBI starting to fall on down. FWBI was the #1 spike this morning out of the penny stock world. So FWBI went from $87 up towards 110 back on down towards 90. So we did see a quick little, not a pump and dump, but it's just large gap up, starting to crash its way back on down. Yusuf Beat Deck, what do you think? 250 shares on ARM? Yeah, that could be very nice. Every dollar it rips and runs, you make again $250. I'm expecting ARM to get some movement. Personally, for myself, I'm probably going to grab about 1,500 shares on ARM. Probably going to be right around a $75,000 investment, and I'm probably going to jump in about 1,500 shares over on ARM. And you know, the hope would be that ARM opens up at like $52, something like that, and it goes all the way up towards 60. You know, that's what I would like to see. Every dollar it rips again. It pays me out $1,500 in profit. Stock goes on some sort of crazy spike, crazy rip, crazy run, and we can be able to make some money there. So I'm probably going to be getting like 1,500 shares over on AMD. That's my goal. So we are just staying smart here, team. Getting ready to go. Madre, ARM is going to be like HKD? I don't think so. But I like where your head's at. HKD, for anyone who does not know, was the biggest spike I have ever seen in my life. Yes, guys. HKD was the biggest spike I've ever seen in my human existence. This play, HKD, was a new IPO, and it went all the way from $13 and spiked up to $2,500. So in the stock market, this was the biggest spike I've ever seen in my life. A $13,000 investment would have been able to pay you out $2.5 million in 7 days. If you guys had $6,000 in your account, you could have made $2.25 million in 7 days. If you guys had just, if you guys had $2,000 in your account, you could have made $700,000 in 7 days. So HKD was insane. That was the biggest spike I've ever seen in history. So that like, hey, I would love for ARM to kind of replicate that. But a lot of those plays, guys, are usually like illegal Chinese low float pump and dumps, come crashing on down because it's not a legitimate business, right? It's like more along those lines. Little heads on up, AMD, guys, starting to drop its way on down. AMD getting very, very weak right now. So AMD very weak. Let's see it get back above 107.50. I'm not in on anything at this moment, team. Just want to show you guys my P&L. Nothing I'm in on. Nothing I'm in right now. Everything is blanked out. There's not one trade I pulled the trigger on. Deck, what about AMD right now? It's at 107.40. We want to see, can this get back above 107.50? Remember here, team, the big thing is over on AMD, when I take a look at this play, I don't want it going back underneath 107.50. I want it to bounce off this area. Notice we have top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. We have top resistance. We have bounce play. I don't want it going underneath and then holding up as resistance. I want this to basically lower shadow right here and then bounce back on up. That's what I want. I want to see this, that, hit 107.50, show that, hey, we're not going underneath 107.50. We're going to actually bounce and start moving our way back up to 108. So that would be much better for us. So let's just give it a little bit of time. Remember, team, we're not going to make $1 million this morning when everyone's still waiting for the ARM hype. So it's going to take a little bit of time. ARM is going to be opening on up most likely in about like 45 minutes. So we still got a little bit of time here, team. We can talk about things. We can go over things. We can make sure that we're all set, ready to go. I want to make sure that you guys are all ready to rock. It's a very exciting time here, team. Let's just take a moment here. Let's take a second and let's think about, how exciting of a time it is with everything that's going on. And as you guys know, what I'm talking about right here is how the New York Jets still beat the Bills, even with Aaron Rodgers only playing 4 plays. I mean, that is something pretty special. Do we have the best defense in the league? I would like to say yes. Can Breece Hall average again in 19 yards per carry for the rest of the season? I would say yes. Is Zach Wilson a problem? I would probably say yes. But we got to have some faith, guys. We got to have some faith going into this week against the Cowboys. But I know you're a Jets fan. I know I'm a Jets fan. And I know we can do it together. So, I just wanted to clear the air there. And kind of go from there. That would be a fun job. Offensive coordinator. That's kind of what I'm going for, guys. Fake 23 blast with a backside George reverse. Just run it both sides. Weak side, strong side, All right, team. So wait, an SBOW. Parker saying, Deck, I haven't heard you mention anything about CGC or ACB over the last 2 days. These are cannabis plays. Okay, so is the cannabis world getting some hype? I guess I'm kind of desensitized to, again, the cannabis world. And the reason why is because when I first started stock trading, when I first started getting involved in trading, everyone would always say, oh, cannabis is the next big thing. Cannabis is the next big stocks. Cannabis. And to be honest with you, I've never seen cannabis plays go crazy. Like, have we seen like rips and runs here and there? Yes. But to say, oh, like AI is a crazy trend right now, is cannabis ever going to be like that? I've been hearing that for 10 years straight, and I've really never seen it. Same exact thing, if we're talking about like, oh, and Bitcoin and NFTs and electric vehicles, like these are all like things that people went crazy invested in. People have been saying, oh, cannabis, 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 cannabis. But really, I've just never seen it go crazy. So I guess like sometimes when people bring up cannabis plays, I kind of overlook them just because, like I just feel like they're never going to be able to spike and hold their gains. But hey, if you are investing into them, money's money, right? Money is money over on these plays here. So nothing wrong with that at all. TLRY was a good one. I love when we talk about cannabis plays, guys. There's so many good dad jokes you can make about it with stock trading, which I'm not going to do, guys, which I'm not going to do. But I will say this, if really when you're trading these cannabis plays, as long as you get a little bit of green, you're going to be a happy guy. You know what I mean? Just get a little bit of green, you're going to be a happy guy. The higher that these plays go, more money you make, baby. You know, so nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with the little cannabis stocks getting a little high. You know, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe again, you know, maybe these stocks can spike a little bit higher if maybe they get a joint venture. you know what I mean? So ACB, still watching it. Keep our eyes peeled on it. ARM reports to go live at 10:20. AMD still underneath 107.50, having trouble getting above 107.50. Just to make sure, guys, I always like to ask this question out there because I know there's some people that are like, is this guy going to trade or what? Remember, number one, we're waiting for ARM. And number two, hey, please yell out. Feel free right now. If anyone is saying, Dek, you're missing the biggest spike in the world right now, someone please tell me it. Someone please tell me where's the biggest spike in the world right now, because I do not believe we are missing anything at all. A lot of times when we have these big new IPOs, investors are sitting on their hands, okay? So investors are sitting on their hands waiting for the IPO to come on out because they know that's the time that they want to put themselves involved on these plays. So I want everyone to stand up at this moment, put their hands down, sit back on down, and again, you're all good, ready to go. And the reason why people say sit on your hands is because when you're sitting on your hands right here, you know, you can't be touching that mouse. You can't be putting yourself in bad positions. So make sure you're all good. I want to make sure you're all set here. Dek, I'm sitting on my hands. Nice, 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 nice. Haven't pulled the trigger. Dek, I'm sitting on my fingers. Whatever floats your boat, man. NVDA still getting a little bit of that dump on down. NVDA still getting a little bit of that dump on down. JP Morgan starting to get a little bit of a pop on up. Where's Tesla? Tesla's been the hottest stock over the past week, and the reason why Tesla was so hot is because JP Morgan actually, Morgan Stanley, you know, stated that they were going to do what? They were investing into Tesla. They saw that they were thinking a big climb was going to be coming soon out of Tesla. They liked the technology that they're putting into Tesla cars, and they actually raised Tesla's target. So Tesla got a lot of hype over the week. What else do we have here? We have Apple. Apple's been getting a very nice drop recently. If anyone does not know what's going on with Apple, kind of throw it out there randomly, but the Chinese government said last week that they are thinking about putting a ban on iPhones in China except for government officials. So unless you are part of the government, you cannot have an iPhone in China. They did not declare that a law yet, but it's definitely enough to scare away investors at this moment. Hey, Apple, one of the biggest companies in the world. Who again uses Apple computers? Nearly everyone that uses computers. What is the largest population in the world? China. How many people does China have? About 1 billion people. Hey guys, we are not going to allow any of you guys to go ahead and use Apple cell phones. You guys all have to use Samsung or, you know, whatever, right? You know, use our phones instead. Guess what? Apple's cut off, loses $1 billion of people in sales on iPhones. That could hurt it a lot. So if you're wondering why Apple's gone from 190 down to 175 in the past week and a half, that's the reason right there. Special Kiddo, whatever happened to Michael Burry's short position? Remember about a month ago, Michael Burry said he was going to be shorting the market, expecting that the market's going to be dropping and fading. Well, let's take a look at what the market's been doing so far. Michael Burry shorted the market. I believe he has a short position right above the 451-ish mark. So right now he's technically in the green. You know, right now he's technically in the green. We had a very nice pop on up. I believe he's right around 450. He's probably right around even or slightly, you know, in the green at this moment. So, Michael Burry, you know, we'll keep our eyes peeled on this. If maybe we pop on up, we get rejected, we fall back underneath that 440 mark, you know, but if we start going back on down to 440, 430, I mean, he's going to be making tons of money. Sacred, I just watched The Big Short. Jalen, I love how Deck thinks everyone uses Apple products. I'm just saying the majority of people. If we had to take a chat poll right now, I'm probably going to say, I would say that 95% of people probably use iPhones over Droids. Probably say 95%. Would you guys agree or disagree? Probably should say 95%. Now, I'm not talking about everyone in the world either, guys. I know there's third world countries out there that don't have iPhones. Okay? I understand that. I saw a couple TikToks the other day. And hey, I like it. I like when people do good. I don't mind someone being like, okay, I'm going to record myself doing good to get some views, because you know what? They're still doing good. They're doing good. They're helping someone on out. But I saw this, TikTok the other day that was like making me giggle, making me chuckle a little bit, where this person went down to a third world country. It was, I don't know if it was somewhere in, South America or somewhere over in Africa, and just started saying, hey, today we're going to be handing out 500 iPhones. And started handing out these people iPhones. These people, again, were living in mud huts. They were living in mud huts, and they were walking like 45 miles to school. What the heck are they going to do with an iPhone? Because that's a great one. Maybe we start with maybe like a big roast, or I don't know, maybe give them groceries. It was a little ridiculous. I gave it a thumbs up. I like where the heart's at. I like where the mind's at. I like where the idea's at. But I mean, I think they're probably throwing that thing around like a frisbee, right? So, I like that. I like where the heart's at. I will say that. But there's probably better ways. Better ways. HOTH. HOTH, guys. This was one. Oh, it came out with an offering. Done. HOTH. This was one yesterday. Remember, came out with that really good press release. Midday, HOTH came out with an offering. Midday, HOTH came out with an offering. Dumped the entire play. So HOTH, whenever an offering comes out, not an initial public offering, but a direct offering, always stay away from it. So there is a difference, guys, and I do just want to make sure you guys do understand that here. There is a massive difference between an initial public offering, aka an IPO, and a direct offering. Now, what do we have here, team? Initial public offering is the first time people are available to trade the stock. It is the first time people are available to trade the stock. So guess what happens? The stock goes on a very big spike a lot of the times. People are excited and getting ready to rock and roll. But when you guys see that there is an offering, an offering on a stock that has already been out, what does that mean? That means that they are putting more shares out there. Now, if you put more shares out there, that is going to make that less valuable. What makes things valuable in life? Let me ask you guys, what makes things valuable? When there is scarcity, when we have a very low supply, when we have a low quantity, when there's a very small amount, that is what makes things more valuable, because people want things that other people can't have. Now, if all of a sudden in the middle of the day, let's say we have 10 million shares available on HOTH, where it's 10 million shares available on HOTH, and all of a sudden HOTH says, hey guys, we're going to put out another 5 million shares. Well, now there's more shares out there, which means the price is going to decline, which leads towards these very big drops. So initial public offerings are okay. Direct public offerings or direct offerings, that's where we usually see very big drops in the market. Okay? So make sure you guys just always understand that. NVDA bouncing or trying to bounce off that 50-day moving average. Any other things spiking right now? How's the S&P 500 doing? S&P 500, a little bit of a fade at this moment. If you're short on a stock and it does an offering, is that good? You tell me. If I'm shorting HOTH and I want HOTH to go down, and HOTH come out with an offer and it goes from $3 all the way down to $1.70, is that good? Yeah, that's good. And that's amazing. So if you're short in a play, absolutely. Also, a sign up right here. Shout out to J-Boss. J-Boss this morning posted his setup. I always like when people post their setups. If you guys ever want to tweet me your setup, or if you guys ever want to post in chat your setup, I like it. Look what we got here. We got the Tradecaster scanners all set on up here. Tradecaster. We got his brokerage right here, a chart right here. I like it. We got the Avengers rocking and rolling. Some PlayStation buttons up top. Look at that. It's just going into the lair. This guy is just sitting in the lair right here, getting to work. Looks like we got ourselves like a Dr. Pepper over here in the bottom left-hand corner behind me. I like it. So, J-Boss, I like the setup you got here. I like the setup a lot. If anyone has a better setup, let's see it. I want to see, does anyone have a better setup than that? AMD, a little bit of a dip buy, a little bit of a bounce at this moment. We still got a little bit of time. Supposedly the time is going to be 10:20. So let's see, guys. 25 minutes ago, I just typed in ARM IPO time. What time will ARM go public? September 13th. What is the exact time? IPO 9 a.m. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these right here. This one just came out 25 minutes ago, so hopefully we get something a little bit more. SoftBank's ARM set to NASDAQ debut. Biggest U.S. IPO since 2021 here. Do we have any sort of exact time, though? The company's valuation is $54 billion, taken private 7 years ago, 32. Plans, however, abandoned less than 2 years ago. The IPO fetched 4.87. Apple and Google are going to be planning on buying it. It's part of the hyped up list. A lot of people are excited about this. Do we have an exact time, though? If anyone has any link that has been showing the exact time of ARM going live today, will ARM have a sympathy play to NVDA? Or, yep, NVDA will have sympathy to ARM. If ARM starts dumping, AMD is going to start dumping. NVDA is going to start dumping. So absolutely. Trying to see what we have here, team. Trying to see, what's going to be coming on up here next. AMD still getting a little bit of that drop on down. Staying smart, staying alert here, team. All right, team. So at this moment, still no trades for myself. Just want to be transparent about that. Nothing I've jumped in so far. We are 3 for 3 on the week, averaging $1,200 this week. We're already up nearly $4,000. Right now, though, we are waiting. We just are staying patient. Probably got another 18 minutes until this possible ARM rip and run starts happening. And you guys know, I just want to explain this one more time. What I am going to be doing personally is I am putting ARM on the bottom level too. When ARM opens on up, I am going to try to market order in 1,500 shares as quickly as possible, okay? I'm not going to look for a limit order. Limit order, I don't know if I'm going to get filled. We'll see what happens. I am going to market order in probably like 750 shares at a time, boink, boink, something along those areas, and try to get filled right away. What I think is going to happen, since there is so much hype, since there is so much excitement, since so many people are waiting for this, I definitely think other people are going to be doing what I'm doing, which is people are going to be buying just right away. Also, on top of that, we know that Google, we know that NVDA, we know that Apple, we know that all these big companies are also going to be buying shares. So I'm expecting that if we have this on the hype list, I'm doing it, companies are doing it, other people are doing it. What does it really come on down to? It comes down to first come, first serve, welcome to the buffet line. That's what it is. If you are the last person in the buffet line, you might not get the food you want. You might show on up and I'm sitting there with some lobster. I got some crab cakes. I got a little steak. I got a little bit of salmon. I got some hot wings. I got a salad. I got a soup. And then you go through the buffet line 20 minutes later and you say, oh yeah, they ran out of lobster. They ran out of hot wings. Yeah, the soup was all dried on up. What am I trying to tell you guys? I'm telling you, if you are going to pull the trigger, pull it ASAP. And if you're not going to pull the trigger, well then don't pull the trigger at all. But the worst thing that you can probably do over on today is to say, all right, it opened. All right, hold on a second. All right, hold on one moment. I just want to see what it's going to do. Okay, all right, I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to buy now. Any moment. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to buy. That's probably the worst thing that you can do. Because if it does go on up, if it does go on up, well, then you're missing out on it. Well, Dek, what if it opens on up and it just crashes? Well, that's the risk that you need to ask yourself. Is it worth it for you to jump in on this play if it does crash? Because I'm telling everyone right now, there is a chance that it does dump. I can't tell you right now, if you buy it, you're going to make money. I can't say that. I'd be a liar if I did. But you know what? On a play that's this big, I'm going to take a chance on it. I'm going to jump in with about 1,500 shares. I'm going to see if ARM is going to be able to spike on up from $50 and maybe rip up to $60, and maybe I can make a quick $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. That's my goal on this play. So, you know, that's what I'm looking for, but it really comes on down to just being ready for when it to come on out. So once we get to like 1020, I'm probably just going to type out an order and just make sure that I'm all set, ready to go. So probably right around like this, 1020-ish mark, I'm probably just going to head on over and make sure I'm all set, ready to rock, and, just be all good. So I'm just going to come right here, type out ARM, probably have like 750 shares or whatever I may do, 745 shares, just market order in, switch to market, and just be like buy, whatever I have to do there. So that's what I'm looking for over on ARM when it does open on up. But I just wanted to go over that game plan and kind of make sure we're all aware of it. VB Trades. I like the setup you got over here, VB Trades. We got about 14 minutes until this possible new IPO kicks on off. VB Trades, nice setup. Everyone's rocking the cool monitor setup. Everyone's rocking the cool monitor setup, and I've also noticed the common trend is also to have some sick lights. Massive screen TV right here. We got the four monitors right here. Got the spare monitor and computer over here. I like it. I like what you got over here, VB Trades. And also, let's not overlook here. Do we just have a little Lakeview property? That's also maybe something I might be overlooking a little bit. Not too bad, not too shabby right there. Right on the lake. Woo! Nice little view. You again do a bad trade, you can fling yourself off the balcony, right? It's like, oh, dang it. I'm just going for a swim. Just jump right on in. Let the current take you down a little bit. Sweat it out. Wahab. Dek, I got my setup. A little bit of a different setup. This is what I love about stock traders, guys, is that there are different types of setups. So Wahab right here, I understand where he's at right now. He's got a lot of different Red Bulls at the moment. Got a lot of, a lot of bottles probably full of dip spit. A lot of cigs, just blasting some Johns right there. And just, a lot of Heineken. I can imagine this is a trader that's probably gone through a lot, probably down to his last little bit. And you know what? I understand it, and I like the grind. I like the grind that you got. Just blasting cigs and fucking drinking Red Bulls. Not too bad. So, shout out to you, Wahab. I like your setup as well. Garbsimo, let's take a look right here. Garbsimo with the classic clean, I like to call this. Look at this. And is this a button for hotkeys right here? Is that a hotkey button? I like that. That's cool. Getting in on these plays as quickly as possible. So we got, here I am right here rocking that. We got all these different chart setups, a little bit of YouTube up here, a little side Discord headset. We got over here, the bottom left-hand corner, we got like those smart pills from Limitless. He pops one of those once a day. I like the setup. Nice, clean, accurate. That's nice. So not too shabby, guys. I like the setups you guys have. Very cool. Nice little segment we just had there. Love seeing the setups. SPY getting a little bit weaker at this time. SPY getting a little bit weaker. AMD. ARM. ARM, we are still just waiting for this, guys. VB, there you are. Woo! Awesome. Love it, VB. Love it! I know it's you and your husband cracking down and getting after the market every single day. Shout out to you guys. You guys are a power couple. An absolute power couple. All right, team. What do we have at this moment? Still waiting for this. You know, waiting for our moves at this time over on ARM. And ARM, it really comes on down to, we got about 10 minutes here, team. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I'll go over one more setup we're getting here. One or two more. Mellow. Look at Mellow's. Little sign out right here, guys. Look at Mellow's setup at this time. I mean, we already know. I mean, we know Mellow's putting in some musical artistic work right here. We already know that Mellow knows what's happening. These are high class, probably $700 each speakers. Piano, Yamaha. Look at that keyboard. Beautiful. Clean setup. Making beats in the spare time. Mellow, email me a beat right now because I already know you got one. Email me a song right now because I already know you got one. This is your chance. This is your chance. We're live on YouTube today. Give me your best song. Email it to me right now. I'm playing it for everyone. I wanna see what you got, Mellow. Tyree, I like that well. Rocking the C4 over on Tyree. Get that morning energy pump. I will say the common theme is everyone's got the monitors. Everyone's got the monitor setup right here. Everyone's legit. Everyone here is legit with this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Everyone's looking good. I like that. I like the big side one here. Tyree, shout out to you. Everyone's got some clean setups. ARM, we're still waiting for this, guys. We got 9 minutes over on ARM till supposedly it comes on out. Do I think it's going to open up exactly at 10:20? No, I don't. But at least, you know, we'll have a better idea. As of now, though, let's go through the top gainers. I want to show you guys this. If I can figure this here for a second, we are going to go to anything between 25 cents. Take a look at this. Anything between 25 cents to $2,500. Okay? We still have the same thing. The number one top gainer in the stock market right now, just to kind of show you guys that we're not missing anything, is FWBI. This is the number one top gainer in the stock market, FWBI. The number two top gainer in the stock market is PFSW, but that got acquired at a certain price, so that's just going to move sideways. So we're not missing anything on FWBI. That's fading on off. We're not missing anything on PFSW. That's just moving sideways. UPTD, a little bit of a pump on UPTD. You know, UPTD, $8 up to $11, getting a little pullback right now. It does have a ton of support. 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average, 13 EMA, all in this $9 region. So a potential little, bounce play off that $9 area if you're really itching for a trade. And then AVTX, NBSE, a little bit of a pop on up, $1.30, $1.50. Again, only a 20-cent move, popping off its 50-day moving average. It's up to you. Do you want to get after 20-cent moves? Personally, at this point, we're 45 minutes into the day. I'm more just saying, hey, let me get dialed here and let me attack ARM. That's what I'm waiting for. Let me get dialed here. Let me attack ARM. So that is what we have at this moment here, team. So we still got a little bit of time. We got about 7 minutes here. 7 minutes until the supposedly ARM IPO opens on up. So what should everyone be doing? As we know, every single person should be typing out your orders. So right now, team, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start typing out my orders, ARM, and I'm probably going to do like probably 3 different entries. I want to get about 1,500 shares, break that on down. We're probably going to be looking right around what? 500 shares each, right around there. So we're probably going to be doing right around 500 shares each, market order, see the price, see if it drops, because, it's probably not best for me to just go 1,500 right away. It's probably best to do, okay, get on in. If it dumps right away, then okay, maybe average down. If it starts spiking right away, then I can go ahead and just kind of double tap and get myself in on these plays. But I definitely want to try to get in on the best position possible over on ARM, when this one does open. But I just want to make sure that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. Also, again, thank you for everyone that's joining us over on YouTube today. Thank you for everyone that's joining us over from Discord today, over on Tradecaster. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Guys, we are live streaming every single day on Tradecaster.com. If you guys want to know where is everyone streaming all the times, it's right here on Tradecaster, baby. Not only am I streaming, Kush is trading, AK-47, Caesar's trading, Yeah Buddy's trading. This is where traders come to trade their full-time trading careers, and you guys can watch them, learn their strategies. You guys can come over here to the video library, be able to watch all of our videos, 2023 boot camp, be able to learn about entries and exits. You guys can learn about chart pattern setups, new lessons, classic lessons, options lessons, general education, indicators, candlesticks. Make sure you guys are all set, ready to go. Not only do you have access to my stream, you have access to all these other chat rooms as well, where you guys can watch these, traders go live every single day. And as you guys know, small account challenge, I can't say it enough. The small account challenge starts on up in the matter of what here, team? 2.5 weeks. We are going to be having a massive 25% off sale September 28th to October 2nd. So if you guys want to upgrade your account, if you guys want to get a lifetime membership, if you guys are just joining for the small account challenge, September 28th to October 2nd, 25% sale coming on up. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go for every single person. So we're fired up here. Absolutely fired on up. Cannot wait to see what's going to be happening. Yep, 25% off everything. Yep, everything. J-Boss, the video library alone is worth it. That's a university right there. You got that right. Over 200 hours of trading knowledge. Teaches you everything I know. Snookeroo saying, Deck, I thought today was going to be hot right out of the gates. Well, the reason why it's not hot right out of the gates is because ARM's not open yet. So a lot of traders are doing what we're doing. Do you know what to get yourself involved in right now? I don't really know what I should be trading at this moment. Traders are waiting for ARM to open on up, and after ARM opens on up, that's probably when you'll see a lot more life. That's when you'll see a lot more action. That's when you'll see a lot more activity. Alejandro trade Deck, what price to go in on ARM? The thing is, we don't know. We don't know what price it's going to open up at exactly, and it is going to be a little bit of a gamble. I'm just going to be straight up with you. It's going to be a little bit of a gamble. ARM is going to be opening on up, and guess what? There could be a drop right away, or there could be a spike right away. I am leaning towards that it's going to spike right away. Why do I think it's going to spike? Well, simply enough, team. I think there's a lot of momentum. I think there's a lot of hype. I see other companies buying it. I think a lot of people are going to be doing what we're doing. It's the biggest IPO in the last 5 years. AMD supplies all the chips to 99% of phones, if that's Android or iPhone on Apple. And also NVDA gets their chips from ARM. So I'm thinking spike in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes on ARM, lock in profits. That's what I'm doing. Once I get over $3,000 or so, I'm happy. Like, the thing is, ARM here, team, if I trade and I make $3,000 in 20 seconds, I'm okay with that. People are like, oh, well, keep on holding, keep on holding, keep on. If I make a few $1,000s, from this play today, I'm happy and I'm good to go. Yes, I am buying ARM on shares. You cannot do options. You can most likely short. I don't know if there's shares available to short just yet, but I'm going to assume there will be. But I am buying ARM right out of the gates, 400 or 500-ish shares, trying to get about 1,500 shares total. But that is what I am doing. Obviously, come up to your game plan on what you're thinking. All right, guys, 1019. Let's switch on over here, team. 1019 in the market. ARM supposedly is opening up at 1020. Let's see here, team. Supposedly 1020. I think it's going to be a little after 1020. As you guys know, just want to show you guys this right now. I'm not in on ARM. I am not in over on ARM, but I want to show you guys this right now. And let's see. Anytime after 1020, let's just have ARM up on the board right here. Let's have it on the top level too. Let's just be aware if this one opens on up here. So hey guys, I'm ready to go. I know my heart's starting to pump a little bit. Maybe it opens up in 10 seconds. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but let's see what happens. So ARM, is it going to be opening on up here? Is ARM going to be taking on off? Remember, the goal for me is about 1,500 shares, about a $75,000, $80,000 investment. Looking to see, can this one open on up and get a nice spike and start ripping and running here? It is 10:20 right now. My mouse is hovering over top of the buy button, okay? My mouse is hovering over top the buy button. So when ARM opens on up, we're all set, ready to go. As I already stated, it's basically, in my eyes, I think it's going to be like a buffet line. First people in the buffet line get the best food. The person in the very back gets whatever's left over. So I'm just kind of watching and waiting for it to go live. There's nothing else we can do at this moment other than just wait and watch for it to go live. So we are watching to see, can this one open on up, get that nice spike. There is no, guys, Woosa, stay calm, Deck, stay calm. Guys, I'm gonna say this one more time, just one more time. I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm only gonna say this one more time. Guys, yes, I am buying shares. No, you cannot buy options. Yes, ARM is a new IPO. No, you cannot trade ARM right now. Yes, ARM, I am going long. No, there are no options. Deck, what's... Deck. Hey, Deck. Hey, Deck. I gotta... Deck, what... Hey, I'm sorry. Deck, I'm sorry. I'm really excited about the ARM IPO as well. And, I'm really pumped on them. What, if I could just ask, I'm just curious. What strike price are you going to be using? Again, I don't mean to, make you angry whatsoever, but what's the strike price? I mean that's all. I'm just curious. Deck, what's the strike price you're going to get? What? What's the strike price? There's no options here, people. There's no options here. Shares only. ARM, we're still waiting for this one to just come out live. Now, I'm gonna say something that might make you a little angry, guys. There has been times that I've waited for IPOs to come on out, and I've sat here for an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 12 hours, days, weeks, months. No, okay. No, they'll probably, I would say the longest I've ever seen is like an IPO say, hey, I'm going to come on out. And then guess what? It doesn't come out for like an hour and a half, which is always a little frustrating because at this moment, we basically just have to sit here and wait. There's nothing else we can do. There's no exact time we know what's going to be happening. You know, it's now just sit here and wait and allow orders to start coming on through. That's going to be the thing. So ARM at this moment, this is now we're just waiting. I wonder whose job it is. Whose job is over in the New York Stock Exchange right now? Where it's probably that guy that looks like Albert Einstein. Where there's a big, I hope there's a big lever, like a Frankenstein lever, where it says like ARM, and he just grabs it, and he's just like, da, da. That's, you know, how good would that feel? You know, not ringing the bell, just switching the lever. That all of a sudden just allows a new company to be on the stock market. Now we are waiting. I'm going to be honest, guys. There's part of me at this moment that wants to just really quickly, just because I know it's been like, it might be now, might be an hour and a half. Like there's a part of me that just kind of wants to run over real quick, just use the bathroom so it's out of the way. But I'm also thinking about just maybe sitting here and just letting Claire clean up. I don't want to miss it. I know that I know the moment I stand up to say I'll be back in 30 seconds is we're going live. All right. I will be back. 10 seconds. All right. Time. I'm good. I'm good. So we're all set here. Keeping our eyes peeled still over on ARM and AMD. We're still watching this. Whoa. You guys saying, Deck, that was a little... I started halfway. Like when I was there, I started halfway. So it was all... We're all good. All right. Guys, you guys are absolutely a whole bunch of filthy, disgusting animals. Can we just have ARM please go live? All right, for real, give me 2 seconds. All right, guys. Still, AMD, not too much. NVDA, not too much here. And we are still watching for ARM to be going live. I'm going to hit over, see if there's any sort of updated news over on ARM at this moment. We have the level 2 all set. NVDA, or excuse me, ARM indicated to open up at $63 per share. So that's where we're projected at this moment. $63 per share at this moment. Okay, anything else? It doesn't even matter, like, you know, if we take a look over on ARM, none of these orders matter right now. Like, it's not open yet. So it's like, oh, Dek, ARM, it's sitting at 1 penny. You know, like right now, it doesn't even matter. It's supposedly going to be opening up at around $62 per share right now. So that's where we will keep our eyes peeled on this, see if it's going to be opening up at that mark. And the moment we see, like the thing is, you know, see this black area, this is the time and sales area. The moment that we see this time and sales area start opening on up is the moment that, you know, it's live and available to trade. So the moment we start seeing orders go through this is the moment that it is live, it is available to trade, and it is good to go. So that's what we're waiting for. Now, unfortunately, team, it's hard for me to say, all right, let's go trade other trades or other stocks when ARM can open up at any second. I told you guys already, I have orders already set, already typed on out, already good to go. Like, I'm all ready to rock here. So I have my orders already set, already typed on out, already good to go, already trying to, you know, see what we can do here. So yeah, NVDA, $62. Make sure you guys, you know, can think about how many shares can you afford, how many shares can you be getting involved in, and even if you're saying, Dek, I can only afford 100 shares, even I can only afford 50 shares, if you're on the right side of momentum, definitely could be worth it still. So I know we're all waiting for it at this moment. Talk about it a little bit more. Just watching that bottom level 2. That's all it comes on down to, team. We are just watching that bottom level 2. So let's kind of put this over to the side. It says ARM's biggest customers are backing a rival chip design. Here's what you need to know. With ARM slated to start trading on the NASDAQ this week, investors are looking for potential risks for the company. While analysts told CNBC it's not an immediate threat, ARM itself warned that it gains traction, it could pose a competitive risk. The rival architecture is called RISC-V, pronounced RISC-V. RISC stands for the Reduced Instruction Set Computer. So, with ARM slated to start trading on the NASDAQ on Thursday, investors are considering the potential upsides and downsides of investing into the company. The British chip designer itself flagged several risks on its IPO, ranging from its China business to geopolitics, and one potential threat gained traction and its listeners near. Okay, so right now, team, it's kind of like, right now I feel like we've been getting all these hype press releases, and now we're getting a press release kind of about a fear, getting press release more about, you know, some more nervousness. Oh, this could be a competitor here. Let's see what they're saying. What's the difference between ARM and NVDA? What's the difference between ARM and NVDA? Let's kind of tune in on this. And as we know, team, I am also going to put ARM here as well. So the moment you see any orders going through here, we know that we are live and we're all set, ready to go.
On NVIDIA VR here for a moment, because I think that's really important as we look forward.
Yeah.
As we look at NVIDIA, they make these graphics processing units effectively that go into data centers. And as we use products like ChatGPT, these are trained on huge amounts of data which require massive computing power, and that's NVIDIA's strength in the data center. And then when we use those, we go on our browser, we use ChatGPT, and that effectively is all coming from the cloud. Now, ARM's hope, SoftBank's hope.
Side note, guys, as this video is playing, have your mouse over the buy button if you want to get filled, just in case it comes on out.
Here is that in the next few years, running these expensive and data-intensive processes in the cloud is quite difficult, and it's not that every company can do it. But what might happen, and what the hope again is that these AI processes happen on a device. So they happen on your smartphone, on your laptop, on your fridge, wherever it might be.
Which is what Qualcomm's also betting on too.
Which is also what Qualcomm's betting on. And ARM's strength is right there. Low power consumption chips, which are able to do very high computational processes on the device. And that's where, question is, when does that happen? Now, I spoke to an analyst yesterday who was suggesting that is 3 to 5 years out yet in terms of making any difference to ARM's revenue. So that's not something we're going to see in the near term. That's not what they're hoping on now. To your point, Steve, it's very much still on smartphones. It's a stagnating market, slowing market. That's really where they make the bulk of their revenue from still, from the royalties and licensing fees that companies making smartphone chips are paying to ARM. And that's really where the bulk of,
So
of
the question
their
is
business is.
whether...
All right, team. So we are still just waiting on this. We're keeping our eyes peeled over on ARM. Let's take a little bit of a chat vote here, team. And it's always good to kind of get these chat votes, and let's hear from the chat room at this moment. So let's see Tradecaster refresh itself right here, and let's do a chat vote at this time. Will ARM spike or crash when it first opens? So I want to see, what do you guys think? When ARM opens on up, is it a good idea to buy it? Is it a good idea to get involved right away? Or, Dek, I don't know. I don't think so. It just seems like maybe it's overly hyped. It's going to gap up on this huge $62 gap up, and then foomp, it's coming back on down to $51, $52. Does anyone think that's going to happen? It's going to open up at 62 bucks or so, and it's going to crash right back down to where it was estimated to be at, which was at $51. So will ARM spike or crash when it first opens? Spike, crash. I want everyone right now to cast your vote. You guys can do so right above the chat room over on Tradecaster. Click this little poll button. You guys can vote right here or just scroll right above the chat room. Over on YouTube right now, everyone over on YouTube, I want you guys to type out spike or crash. Everyone type out right now spike or crash, and let's see what everyone's thinking. Right now, 77% are thinking spike, 23% are saying crash. Oh, very sorry. I did not realize that volume was that loud. I apologize if anyone had some earphones in and their ears are currently bleeding at the moment. My apologies. Right now, taking a look over on YouTube, it seems like the majority of people are saying spike. There's a few crashes over there, but the majority of people are saying spike. Now, Tradecaster, cast your vote if you guys have not yet. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the poll. 78%. 78% of the chat room right here says spike. 22% says crash. All right. 78% of the chat room says spike. 22% says crash. So the majority of people are still leaning towards that spiking side. The majority of people right now are still saying, hey, Dek, you know, I think we're going on up. I still think we have a lot of opportunity towards that upside. And we are still watching for ARM to come on out. Remember, ARM was supposed to come out at 10:20. I got my orders all set, ready to go. I'm going to most likely, you know, my idea here, team, is I'm most likely going to be doing 2 to 3 orders. I'm not just going to jump in with 1,500 shares at once and just be like, okay, I'm stuck now. I'm going to jump in with probably about 500 shares. If it goes on up and I see that the volume's going up, I'm going to jump in again and I'll jump in again. But if I jump in with 500 shares and all of a sudden I see a big red candle, I'm going to say, okay, hey, little step back. Hey, okay, let me ease off the gas pedal. You know what? If I jump in with 500 shares and it crashes $1, I'm down 500 bucks. If it crashes $2, I'm down $1,000. If it crashes $4, I'm down $2,000. But the thing is, that's much more reasonable than all of a sudden jumping in with 1,500 shares, seeing a $3 drop and saying, well, this isn't fun. I'm down 4,500 bucks. So if I see green, I'll add on to the green. If I see red, I'm only going to have one small entry. Does that make sense, everyone? So let's keep our eyes peeled. So let's see. Dek, if I did, I'm trying to think. I want to go back to this day. I mean, this is going to take so long to go back. You know, I'm trying to look at some other very big popular IPOs. One IPO that we had was Coin. And can I scroll on back here to like their IPO? When did Coin open on up? because I believe Coin is basically going to do what Coin is going to do what I think this company is going to do. This play, Coin did have a nice spike to start off with, and then it did come crashing back on down. Like, I think I don't think it's gonna hold its gains after a spike. Like, I'm just letting everyone know that. I don't think it's gonna hold its gains after a big spike. But if we can nail the spike that could happen, if we can nail at least that initial spike or the first 30-minute spike or anything along those lines, I think we're gonna be sitting really pretty. I think things are gonna be really good. Man, there's so many bots on Twitter, guys. So many bots. Every time I post a status, it'll say like whatever, 20, 50, 100, 2,000 likes, whatever it may be. I always like sometimes click to see. Half the time it's like people with their shirts off saying, "Click my link, sign up, join my OnlyFans. Uns ja. I love me a stock trader boy." That's what I feel like is the problem with Twitter. There's a little too many bots out there. A little too many botskis out there. Little botskis. Same exact thing with like Instagram though. You ever just go underneath the comments on any Instagram? Just like, "Oh, I'm very lonely tonight. Anyone want to spend time with me?" Right? I don't know who's clicking these links either. Like it has to work out there. It has to work on someone. Still watching ARM. Waiting for this possible move here, team. I have it on both level 2s. Let's just take a look over on the SPY. SPY starting to move itself back on up. SPY getting a little bit of action. Moving itself on up at this moment. I'm very interested to see where ARM's going to open on up. It's just going to be like, boink, we're open. And it's going to be at $45, $62, somewhere in the $50 range. So ARM, it's, once this one opens on up, we'll be all set, ready to go. And I know everyone is just waiting. Everyone's just, that's all we can do. I know, again, some people are like, "Oh, Deck, no." Like, that's all we can do at this moment is just wait. Let's see. I'm going to go over to stock twits here for a second, guys. Not anything that I highly suggest, but ARM, maybe. With every stock twits post, with every 20, there's one credible one. ARM, I heard they're canceling the IPO today, postponing it onto tomorrow. Well, that's not a thing, so let's not listen to this guy. So it's like, already the first post we read is just not credible. I'm just trying to see if there's any sort of idea of when this is going to be able to open on up. What does this have to do with anything? If Grindr can hit $70 on an IPO day, imagine what ARM will do. What the heck does that have to do with ARM? Like, these are the alerts we get from public message boards, guys. From public message boards. If Grindr can hit $70 on a day, why can't ARM? It's like, okay, guys. If you don't know what Grindr is, go check it on out. All right. Here we go. Stock Twits official. More insight on ARM while you wait. SoftBank recently bought 25% of the stakes at a $64 billion USD valuation. That's to be support or resistance. The other support is $40 billion. There's no brainer since NVDA was willing to buy at that price. One could argue if it drops to $40 billion validation, NVDA would scoop it up. There are no charts to this. There is no price action. There is no recent trading history. This is a shot in the dark. There's not enough fundamentals. That's what we need to understand about this play right here, team. All right, we need to understand that this is a little gambly today. Okay? This is a little gambly today if you are buying today. It's a little gambly. It's not going to be just something that there's guarantee. A lot of the trades that I make, a lot of the trades that I jump in are all about, hey, Dek, I'm going to buy in right here. And I'm doing it because we have strong support. We have strong support. We have a stop loss. Here's our target. Here's resistance. This is how I usually like to trade. I'm not a huge gambler. And I know that sounds crazy. A lot of times we'll go to AC or like Atlantic City. We'll go to Vegas and all my friends are like, oh, Dek, how much money are you going to take out? Guys, I take out like $300 when I go to Atlantic City, when I go out to, Vegas. I personally hate gambling because I hate things that I have zero control in. I hate it. I hate things I have zero control in. I even play like fantasy football with my friends. Nothing makes me angrier when my guy doesn't do well. Because it's like, put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. I'll get a reception. When I just roll dice, when I just get cards sent to me, I can't do anything. I just sit here and say, well, these cards suck. And then I end up losing all my money. ARM, this is going to be a little bit of a gamble. If we just buy and we hope that it goes in the right direction. A lot of times when we jump in on the stock market, we can change our odds. We can say to ourselves, hey, I'm going to jump in at this time. At this time because we have good support and we could place the stop loss and we have room to run. We can put the odds in our favor. So this is going to be a little bit more of a gambly play where we're kind of hoping that hype takes over. Momentum takes over. Action takes on over. Yeah, usually I see big spike and then I see big crash. That's what I see. Big spike and then big crash. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's my idea at this moment, team. Big spike right off the gates and then a nice big crash. And again, shout out to you guys right now that are holding down the fort with me. Shout out to you guys right now that are all just sitting outside, camping, getting your tents on up, waiting for the doors to open like it's a Black Friday sale at Best Buy. We're just waiting for, again, our 15% off plasma screen TVs. And that's all we're looking for at this moment. Making sure that we are all good, ready to rock and roll. Traders, when we are waiting, I do want to drop some links for you guys to help you guys become better stock traders. Every single morning, I do send out a morning newsletter, giving you guys updates about what's happening in the market, making sure that you guys know exactly what to be looking at, giving you guys PPI, CPI data, big news, big opportunities. I go over OTC stocks to watch, top 10 stocks to watch, top gainers, earnings reports, brand new lessons. If you guys are not getting this morning newsletter, it is absolutely free. I send it to your email inbox every single day. So if you guys would like to, again, sign up to the morning newsletter, it is free. There is no charge whatsoever. All you guys have to do is add your email, and I'm going to drop that email right now over in the chats so that you guys got that and you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Another big question that people always ask me is, Dek, how can I have the same exact screen that you have? Well, if you want the same exact screen that I have, these are, again, my trade idea scanners. So what you see on the screen right now is trade idea scanners. You guys can go ahead and grab yourself some trade ideas and be able to have the same scanners. Now, I will say the scanners that we have are 100% custom coded. So if you guys would like the same code that we have, it is a one-time fee and it is yours for life. So one-time fee, 100% yours for life, and then you don't need to ever pay again for the settings or the codes. So if you guys would like the codes for, again, trade ideas, you guys can go to the bottom of the page right here, one-time fee, and you'll be all set, ready to rock and roll. Also, if you guys are not part of any sort of community and would like to join Tradecaster, I've already told you guys that September 28th to October 2nd is when we are having our massive sale. That's when you guys want to take advantage of it. But we also do have a 100% free Discord available for anyone that just wants to be part of a trading community. I do live stream a lot of pre-market commentary in here. I don't live stream trading every single day, but if you are interested in being part of our Discord community, this is a free Discord community where I do put in a lot of valuable information if you guys are interested in joining this as well. So make sure that you guys are all set. You guys can join absolutely everything right here, and make sure you guys are all ready to rock and roll. Also, last thing I'm going to add is Lightspeed. The broker that I'm using for the small account challenge, they are a premium broker. They usually only allow $10,000 accounts to open. If you guys go to their website right now at lightspeed.com, they will only allow a $10,000 account to be opened. But for the first time ever, between September 28th and October 2nd, if you are joining the small account challenge, they are going to allow you to drop on down to $2,000. So if you're saying, Dek, I want to open up a brokerage, I want to be using the same broker you are, I want to be able to do this, that, whatever it may be, you can drop down to $2,000 using Lightspeed for the first time ever just because we're doing this challenge. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll for that. That is going to be absolutely awesome. So we still got ARM. We're still watching this one, waiting for this one to open on up here. Always just staying alert here, people. That's all. Dek, do you got any scanners that are super, super, super cheap? We have some, like, there are TC2000. TC2000's like really, 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 really cheap. You can check those guys are on out. But Trade Ideas is kind of top notch right there. Dek, how's the new scanner coming along? Again, new scanner, that's been a work in progress for how long now, guys? I feel like that's been a work in progress for like a year and a half maybe. I just, whenever they send me demos, I check them out and I give them my feedback. But gave them some feedback, haven't heard from them in like a month. So once I get a new demo, I'll definitely again go on through and make sure that you guys can check it on out. But I gave some feedback on the last one. I found some bugs and glitches that, you know, I thought, you know, a lot of people would like to be fixed, and it's been like a month now. So once they hit me back up with a demo, I'll be sure to be able to check that thing on out. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for the new scanner. I'm waiting for the new scanner. So everyone's waiting for this brand new, you know, new scanner to come on out. And once it does, hey, I'm pumped. Yeah, as we wait as well, team. I posted this last night over on Twitter, and very cool. I thought it was, you know, very interesting, and I like it here, team. You know what I wanted to put out here? I said, do this every month to get rich, right? This really is just an honest, straightforward way that you can make money every single month. If you want to be rich, follow this criteria. So many people don't have good money management. Let's break this on down. Let's say you make $5,000 a month after taxes. Put $500 straight into the stock market. Don't try to time the market. Have an ETF you like, if that is VOO, if that is SPY, if that is QQQ, whatever you are interested in. I would say don't try to time the market. Don't try to be looking at global events. Every single month, take $500, throw it into the market. As years go by, you will see that your investment has climbed. And as years go by, your investment will get larger and larger and larger. So one of the best things that you can do to accumulate wealth is be by investing. And the best thing to do is just say, hey, I have my normal job. Let me just put money into the S&P 500 every single month. Let me add to my position. After 10, 15, 20 years go by, you are going to have a monster position at a great price, and you're going to be in the green. After that, $1,000 into a side account until you can afford 20% down payment on real estate. We all know this, team. The best ways to be able to become wealthy in life is going to be through a business, through a side hustle, through the investments, or through real estate. That is how people become extremely wealthy. If you want to be successful and if you want to be wealthy, real estate is a fundamental key to be able to become wealthy. Real estate is known to appreciate. Real estate holds value 99% of the time. And also, if you have real estate, you can also rent it out as well. Real estate is extremely important, but at the same time, it's also pretty expensive, which is why not as many people have real estate in their portfolio, but it is a major key. So if you can, maybe drop it down to $500 a month. But if you can open up a side account and say, hey, I am going to be able to put money aside so I can get a 20% down payment. 20% down payment, maybe when you get to $20,000, $50,000, $80,000, whatever it may be, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a few years, but that's why it's a side account until you can go ahead and put down that deposit. After you put down a deposit, renters are going to be paying off your mortgage. Like my Utah house. I didn't pay off my Utah house, but my Airbnb pays it all for me, essentially. There's been 1 month so far that I've had to take out a little bit, pay an extra $1,000. My mortgage over there comes on out to about $7,000 a month over on my Utah house, and every single month that's been covered so far. Last month during the summertime, a little bit on the slower side, I was able to make about $6,000. I did have to pay about $1,000 out of pocket for that one, but every single month has been covered. And now as we head over into the winter, this is like profit time now coming on up. Winter time, already getting booked on out for January, December, February. Already again making tons of money for the winter time, which I'm really excited about. But that's again basically me being able to own this multi-million-dollar house by having other people pay off my mortgage. Then on top of that, $1,000 for bills and living expenses. Hey, every single month you might have your Wi-Fi bill, $100-something. Every single month you might have your Netflix bill, whatever, $20. I don't know how much it is. You have your gasoline bill. Maybe that comes out to $300. Your propane, whatever it may be, $200. I'm just roughly estimating out $100. Then we might have our $1,500 on rent, on mortgage. This is going to adjust, definitely very big on where you live. Hey, if you are, again, living in the middle of the city, yes, this is going to be different. If you're living in the middle of Kentucky, this is going to be different. Then also, have some money for your fun money. Let's be honest here, team. If I told you to take 100% of your money, invest some, pay bills with some, and put a side account with the other, that's not normal. That's not living life. Guys, I enjoy going out on a Friday night. I enjoy going out on a Saturday night. I enjoy, again, going to the movie theater. I enjoy going to a restaurant. I enjoy going to see a play. I enjoy going to a football game. I enjoy going to a hockey game. I enjoy whatever it may be. You can be a human. You don't got to be saving 24/7. Have, again, your saving funds, but the money that's there, you guys can also, again, go have fun with it. And then last but not least, have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is so important because, again, we never want to think negative, but if there is something negative that happens, we have money that's left on over that we could say, all right, hey, maybe my car broke on down. I can pay for it. Hey, maybe, again, whatever it may have been, right? I can go ahead and pay for it. So follow this criteria, invest into appreciating assets, and you will be able to be good to go. Now, most of the comments down here is like, Dek, I don't pay this much for my rent. I don't pay this much for my bills. I don't pay this much. Figure it out, okay? Figure it out. Think about, again, the whatever you may do or however you may live, okay? It's just, again, a key to basically start, your little bit more of financial guidance. Figure it out. Oh, Dek, I spend $4,000 a month for my car. Well, what do you have? Oh, I lease a Lamborghini. Okay, well, obviously your situation's different than other people. I already know what my next business is going to be, guys. You guys want to hear it while we're waiting for ARM? And I don't care if you guys are saying no right now. You're going to hear it. So strap in. Next business that I'm going to be making probably in about 5 years, guys. 5 years. I live up in the Northeast, right here in Pennsylvania. And you know what? I'm going to open on up. I'm going to open up my own winery. That's what I'm going to do. Not nothing like I'm going to come and produce and make my own wine in that way. But what I've honestly learned, what I've honestly have seen, people like to go, sit down, have a drink, be able to look over some farmland, look over some mountains. They don't give a shit on what the wine tastes like. They just want to take their Instagram pictures, have, again, a campfire, have some guy, again, play the acoustic guitar, and the ladies hang on out. The boyfriends are dragged there. And, again, you get to be able to enjoy a little bit of the countryside. We're going to get the wine imported from France, from Italy. We're going to have some grapevines growing on a few acres to just kind of set the tone. We'll have some nice little bulbs, going across the grapevines if you want to take some Instagram pictures in it. Then we'll have some guy play the guitar Friday and Saturday nights. And you know what? I'll be there. Just, again, giving out some imported wine from France. It's going to be an amazing time. So if you guys are interested, come on down to, again, the Tradecaster Winery. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Was that the best sales pitch you've ever heard in your life? Hey, maybe not. But you know what? Give it about 5-6 years and we'll be better. No, I'm not trying to get into the wine game. I'm not trying to make a wine. I'm not trying to compete with people. I'm just trying to have a location that people can go and drink wine. I'm not having a college bar. I'm just, you sit there, you enjoy it with the lady friends. You sit there with your guy friends. You listen to some music and you're out in the countryside. That's all it is. Easy, beautiful. Easy, beautiful, money making, cover girl. There's probably a few people right now being like, Dek, that's an awful idea. This guy has no idea what he's doing. He's about to lose all his money. You're probably like 95% correct. But there's that 5% chance of making it. It's either that or a Christmas tree farm. Either that or a Christmas tree farm. Nothing really gets me jacked on up like running through a row of Christmas trees trying to pick my favorite one, smelling like oranges. Guys, ARM, we are still waiting for this. ARM at this moment, team, still waiting. Still focused over on this play. And we're just waiting for this thing to come out live. Come on, ARM. We are now on 40 minutes past their opening time. So they were supposed to open at the time of 10:20. It's now 11 o'clock. ARM, I'm still looking. The moment I'm up like $3-4 grand, team, I'm taking my profits. So if I can get like a quick $3,000-$4,000, I'm going to take my profits and I'm going to be happy with it. We are literally just waiting for some numbers to come on through. That's it. We are literally just waiting for some green, some red, some green, some red, and that means it's live. That means we can get involved. Right now, nothing matters on the level 2 at this moment, guys. Nothing matters on the level 2 when you see 1 cent, $57, $275, $50. Doesn't matter at all. It matters when it comes live. So if you're like, trying to figure out the level 2 right now, does not matter whatsoever. And really, the entire market's been pretty slow at this moment. And it's because everyone's waiting for ARM. Do you guys think JP Morgan is looking at Apple today? Do you think Morgan Stanley is saying, oh, what is Tesla doing today? No, everyone's just waiting for ARM. That's why we aren't seeing a lot of, big time action anywhere else. We're just waiting for ARM at this moment. So ARM, we're still focused on this. SPY almost back up to 450, almost back to 450 resistance, not too shabby. And I know right now we're also probably, a few people are slowly losing it, saying, I don't care about ARM. I'm walking away. It's not worth it for me to walk away. It's not worth it for me to say, yep, I'm not doing this today. If I wait 20 more minutes and get paid $4 grand, it's worth it for me. If I wait 20 more minutes and get paid $2 grand, it's worth it for me. His Royal Highness, how much did you start trading with Dek? I started with $2,300. $2,300 junior year of college. And, what was I? 19, 20 years old then? Right now I'm 30. So I've been trading now for 10 years. Just turned 30, guys, in August. I feel more dominant, more athletic than I've ever been, though. Little fun fact, I didn't hit puberty until the age of 22. So the thing was, I was like one of those super late bloomers. And I feel like partially it's a little unfair. For the people that go like D1 football and D1 basketball and D1 like anything, it's like those kids are hitting puberty at the age of 16. They are. They're looking like 30-year-old men at the age of 16, 17 years old. But you know what? I got the talent now. I got the talent now at the age of 29, 30. So where's my shot, coach? Where's my chance? Let me show up at a summer camp. Throw in a little penny over me. Let me have a couple, again, dropbacks. Let me, again, put some dots on out there. Let me throw some dimes. I'm a late bloomer. I'll be able to work late into my career. You know? By the age of 18, I weighed about 105 pounds, and I was 5'8". Now, again, 30 years old, 210, 1% body fat, 49-inch vertical leap, have great hands. Throw a ball over 70 yards. Hit over 20 home runs in a game. Wooden bat. Opposite side. Hit an oppo on the field. That's all it takes. What do I think ARM's going to spike up to? I mean, I don't know what price ARM's going to open up at. But if it opens up, let's say hypothetically it opens up at $52. I think we'll see like $58, $59. I think we will see like an $8, $9 climb. That's what I think. So I think, ARM, I think it'll have like an $8 to $9 climb. How often do IPOs get rescheduled? I've never seen one get rescheduled. When they say they're going to be open up Thursday, they're going to be open up Thursday. Still waiting for ARM to get this hype. Deck, is there a point that you would just say, all right, hey, is there a point that you would just say, you know what? You know, we'll just, whenever it comes out live, I mean, we'll just jump right on back in. I would probably, I'm going to sit, I'll tell you right now, guys, I'm going to sit here till 12 o'clock. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm sitting here till 12 o'clock. You guys down with me on that? We got 45 minutes here. I'm sitting here till 12 o'clock. Staying alert, staying ready, over on ARM. And once ARM opens on up, we'll be getting after it. But I will sit here for another 45 minutes and try to get after this ARM IPO. Is everyone down with that? Can everyone schedule out another 45 minutes and say, yes, Dak, you know, I can't promise I'm going to listen to you, but I promise I will be here. ARM, I'll give it till 12 o'clock. And then from there, obviously, I know, you know, people are going to be starting getting a little cranky, getting a little tired. It's like right now, you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm sitting in the terminal. I'm sitting on the terminal. I'm just trying to get back to JFK, and I'm in the middle of nowhere right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm just somewhere out in like Minnesota, and I'm just waiting to go back to JFK, but they're saying, oh, you know, the snow is coming on down. Hour delay, and I'm just sitting here waiting, and then it's 2 hour delay, then it's again sitting here waiting, and then it's like 4 hour delay, and then all of a sudden at the very end of the day they're just like, yeah, we're just go home, it's tomorrow. I feel like right now I'm just sitting in a terminal, and I've walked up and down, you know, doing circles around the terminal, picking up random magazines. I don't know why that's like a normal thing. You guys ever get so bored in a terminal one time you just start walking into the stores and you just see a whole bunch of magazine and you're just like, oh hey, you know, Men's Health, let's see, got a picture of Ryan Reynolds on it. And it's like, okay, 9 ways to pleasure your wife. Okay, let's maybe put this one back. You know, it's like what's going on here? That's the only time I've ever the only time I've ever read a magazine in my life. Just when I get so bored at like a terminal and just start walking away, walking around for hours. Pick up a Cosmo magazine, some woman on it, saying some sexual thing. Can this IPO open up already? Mickey, I'm sorry, guys. It's because I'm watching for it to open. I'll go back to sleep so you guys can get in. Mickey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Appreciate what you're doing for us. Does anyone else feel like that sometimes? Has anyone else have ever been into a trade before where you guys are saying, hey, Dek, you know, the stock's only going down because I'm in on it. Every time I buy a stock, it goes down. The moment I get out, it goes on up. So, guys, I'm going to get out of this play so it goes up for all you guys. Enjoy the profits. Mickey throwing it around there like that. So thank you, Mickey. Enjoy your nap. We'll let you know how it goes. Wolfie, did I learn anything new? Didn't read too much into it, but maybe I should have. Keelan, how long does that honestly take before you become a profitable trader? If you do not know how long it takes before you become a profitable trader, I highly, highly, highly suggest just watching this video right here. Watching this one. How I became a stock trader. If you watch this video right here, it's 34 minutes long. It goes over literally everything you need to do to become successful in the stock market. I literally don't hold anything back. I tell you absolutely everything. But how long does it honestly take? I would probably say at least a year and a half to be a profitable stock trader. Now, I say that sometimes and I say, oh, guys, it takes a year and a half to be a profitable stock trader. And people start getting all angry. A year and a half? Dek, I just opened up my Robinhood account now. I'm ready to trade. It's an easy way to just put it. You want to be a lawyer? You go to school for 8 years. You want to be a doctor? You go to school for 8 years. Hey, Dek, I want to be an accountant. You go to school for 4 years. Dek, I want to be a third grade teacher. You go to school for 4 years. No, Dek, I want to be a multi-millionaire. Okay, you got to put your time in right now. You're a freshman in college, essentially. You got freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. You know, you got to keep on learning and learning and learning. No, Dek, you don't understand. I just put $200 in a Robinhood account. I'm ready to make billions, baby. Don't you tell me that I got to paper trade. Don't you tell me I got to watch lessons. Don't you tell me I got to study. No, I'm not going to be, again, putting extra work in. I'm here to make billions of dollars from my $200 mobile account app. And if you can't help me out, Dek, I'm leaving. And I'm telling everyone, this is a scam. I lost all my money. This is a scam. I run into that guy maybe 1 out of every 100. One out of every 100. There's that guy. Night trader. I'm a slower learner. It took me 3 years of grinding to be able to get it. I've been full-time next 2 years. Woo! There you go. It's a night trader. I love how much you've been grinding. Love how much you're getting after it here. And guys, if you guys are ever interested in, my entire story on how I got started, you guys can actually head on over towards my YouTube as well. Check out Sean Dekmar, My Story. It's about a 30-minute lesson, or not a 30-minute lesson, kind of like 30 minutes going over absolutely everything that I did when I first started as well. Started with $2,300, worked as a lifeguard snow tube pusher. And I'll be honest, I was one of the best snow tube pushers you probably have ever seen. Imagine taking your kid up to the very top, and then you just see me standing there. Just standing there ready to rock and roll and ready to push you down and give you the thrill of your life down those little chutes. You know what? People would come back. My boss would come up to me and say, Dek, you're so good at spinning the tubes. You're doing incredible. You're doing a great job. And I say, maybe I'm just born for this. It's a gift. And then he bumped me on up. I was able to make $8.15 an hour. $8.15 an hour because I was the head snow tube pusher. But then things started getting going downhill from there. I remember one time this family from New York came down to Pennsylvania, and the little kid, he was probably 7. 7 years old. They said he was 3. I think he was 7. I think they were lying to me. The kid said, push me, spin me really hard, make this really, really fun. And I was having an off day. I just grabbed the tube, launched it. It wasn't even on the ground. Most of the time I spin it first and just push them because there's a big drop right away. I just grabbed the tube and just launched it. Kid was 25 feet in the air before he even hit any sort of snow. He hits the snow, falls out of the tube, tumbles the entire way down. The mom starts coming up to me, dad starts coming up to me, says, oh, you shouldn't have thrown our kid like that. And I said your kid should be a little bit more athletic. Where again, holding on to tubes here. You got a prime tuber like me, I get paid $8.15 an hour. The kid can't even hold on. Maybe it's not my problem, maybe it's your problem with parenting. I'm not gonna have my parent have or my kid have weak grip. Are you kidding me? After that, they dropped me back down to $8 an hour, and I knew I had to do something different. Look at these hands. These hands were made for clicking. These hands were made for clicking, guys. Not for, again, pushing. Gurrit saying, Deck, I've lost $10,000, but I think that's the price you pay when you have to learn. People call that stock trading tuition. But I also say that that's also, I feel like I'm gonna take a jump out of the garden here, guys. Is that even a saying? I'm gonna take a jump out of the garden. All right. Did you paper trade first? Because when I first started trading, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it was fake money. Guys, I couldn't afford to lose $10,000, $50,000, $20,000 when I first started trading. And I'm going to be honest with you, and this is going to really be not really a good sales pitch here, but when you first start stock trading, you're going to stink. You're going to suck. You're going to be awful. You're going to lose everything when you first start. So why don't we do it with fake money at first? Just like when you pick up a basketball, you don't know how to play basketball. You are going to sit the bench and you are going to have to work hard to get your starting position. And just like when you walk into a weight room, you are going to be fat and tubby the first time you walk into there until you start lifting and eating right. Same exact thing with stock trading, right? People are like, oh, I want to be a billionaire. And then they lose all their money before they actually get good. That's why you have to paper trade first. Lose 1 million accounts on paper trading. Then once you gain experience, then go to small amounts of money, build up small amounts of money, then get bigger money, then bigger money, then bigger money. But go through the correct process. Paper trade, get experience, then small money, build emotional tolerance, then we have our real money, then we're trading good account size. But that takes, a year or so to really be able to kind of, get the hang of it. We all stink at the beginning. I did as well. I was awful. I sucked. I lost every single trade. But, as I always state, team, is literally, I could go to a casino right now and I'm never going to have a 50-50 chance. There is no game in the casino that you are going to have a 50-50 chance of winning. Right now, ARM though, I already have a 50-50 chance of winning. Then maybe if I see support and resistance and I can play support and resistance, now I have a 55-45, 55% chance of winning, 45% chance of losing. And maybe I'm seeing my indicators and my VWAP and I see that we have, certain buyers moving in. Well, now I have a 60-40. Now I have a 70-30. Stock trading is the greatest casino of all time because you're the house. You're not the tourist. You're not sitting down, collecting the cards, rolling the dice. You are the person giving out the dice, giving out the cards. You're the person in the sky, the eye in the sky. You are the person watching the cameras. You're the house. You have the odds in your favor. I could close my eyes right here and just click buy and hopefully it goes on up, or we can do things to put odds in our favor. The reason why I trade every single day is because it is like I'm in the casino, but I have an 80% chance of winning. So you know what? 80% chance of winning. I'm going to keep playing, because I know I'm going to win in the long run. I know I'm going to keep coming out green in the long run. Right now, team, we still got a little bit of time. PVDG, Deck, just found your channel. Do you swing trade or day trade? Suspect both, so what's your normal split? 99% of the time, I'm probably doing day trades. You know, I don't do as many swing trades. You know, a lot of times I like to have control over my trades, which means, you know, overnight, I don't have control. Overnight, we can have a gap up, we can have a gap down. I can't get in, I can't get out, you know, when you're sleeping. So most of my trades are going to be day trades. Why do you trade the stock market, not Forex? Personally, and I'll be honest, guys, hey, please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? And I'm sure there's someone out there. I have been trading for about 10 years now. I have never in my life, never, and this is me personally, I have never in my life have ever met one person who actually consistently makes money doing Forex. I've never met anyone. And I know a lot of traders. I know a lot of traders that full-time option traders. I know a lot of full-time day traders. I know a lot of full-time, you know, dividend payers that just, you know, sit on dividends. I know a lot of those guys. I personally have never met one person who has ever consistently made money in Forex without like eventually losing it all. Never. Never in my life have I ever met anyone do that. Never. Deck, this was you as a lifeguard? Let's see this. What do we got here? All right. Guys, that guy come flying out the other side? You come flying out the other side right there? I mean, I feel like that last little bit, I feel like most people are overlooking. That last little bit, I feel like people are overlooking at this time. I feel like the whole video is watch this lifeguard, you know, kind of push this guy on down. But anyone notice the last 10 seconds he goes flying out to the side? It's like, oh cool, it's viral, I get it. This guy's doing a whole bunch of tricks. And then you turn off the video. Yeah. All right. Good to go. That's almost what happened. That's almost what happened. Still waiting for ARM, guys. Making sure I'm not missing any sort of questions, comments, or concerns. Taking a look over on my email. Guys, how ridiculous is this? All right, I know we're just kind of waiting this final 30 minutes here for ARM to open on up. So I always, I usually go pretty all out for Christmas and stuff. I love Christmas time. You know, I love the lights and everything. Last year, you know, I got all these Christmas lights, you know, set on up. I kind of went a little overboard. You know, I spent, you know, probably about $2,800, you know, for people to come put up the lights, take off the lights, you know, do my whole entire house, wrap up trees, you know, set up everything outside, inside. It was awesome, right? Looked really, really cool. About $2,800. We're going to round that up to $3,000 here. I got an email that said, Sean, sign up now for the same package as last year for a discount. The discount for what I was paying for $2,800. If I sign up to an early bird special, they said you will save $25. $25. I'll tell you right now, guys, if you guys are ever going to run a business and you have some sort of early bird special, make it maybe a percentage, not $25. Yeah, I'm going to save $25 off a $3,000 thing. It's like, hey, I mean, hey, am I saving money? I guess so. But is it really making me want to sign up right now to this? I don't think so. Maybe 20%. Maybe, you know, if you say 20%, let's knock off $500. Hey, I'm there. But if you're saying $25 off a $3,000 job, I don't really know. I don't really think that's too appealing. What's my biggest loss? Biggest loss I actually got out of the play was right around 65, 70,000. It was like something right around there, 65, 70,000. But my biggest win ever was 77,000. My biggest win was actually an overnight swing trade. I was up about $25,000, $30,000. I held it overnight. It was Tesla. Held it overnight, put me up about $55,000, and then again it spiked in the morning, and then I got all the way up to $77,000 before I sold. So my biggest win ever in a day was $77,000. My biggest loss ever in a day was about $65,000. But my biggest loss ever that I didn't sell was, you guys know it, the 110,000. So 110,000 was like my biggest loss ever. And then I made it all back though, like 20 minutes later. And that was just a different beast of a stock. That was just absolutely insane. So ARM team, ARM, we are still waiting for this, guys. I mean, we've done everything we possibly can. We've done everything we possibly can. We've been watching this. We've been waiting for it. You know, obviously, I want to say to everyone, I want to say, hey, guys, let's, you know, absolutely crush it and make as much money as we can. But it's not even open. You know, ARM is just not open. We're expecting this to open up at 10 o'clock, 10:20. It's now 11:20. We've been waiting over an hour for ARM to open on up so we can jump in on this play. My thought process is jump in with about 500 shares, see if it keeps on spiking. If it does spike again, we're going to keep on holding for a bit, see this thing go on a nice rip and run, and then, you know, be able to lock in our profits very quickly. That was the whole idea over on ARM here. Now, the thing is, it's starting to get to a point that traders are saying, I don't care that much. I'm going to wrap on up. In ARM, we're giving it, you know, another 20 minutes or so, but we need this thing to come on out if we want to actually trade it. But I do appreciate everyone being with me today. I appreciate you guys, again, rocking and rolling with me today. Absolutely awesome having you guys here, and I'm super excited for, you know, what's coming up in the future. The Small Account Challenge, October 2nd, only on Tradecaster.com. Make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll on that. You guys do not want to miss the Small Account Challenge. It happens once a year, and it's one of the best times, you know, out there. So, you know, to be able to see, you know, the whole reason why we do the Small Account Challenge is to drop back down to a small account. I've done about 5 small account challenges. I've won on 3 of them. 2 of them, I haven't won on. 2 of them, basically the wheels were turning and we weren't going anywhere. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult to grow a small account. It's not easy to. But when I can go back into the 90% shoes, people who have less than $5,000, people that have $2,000, I like to do it. I like to do it, show you what's possible. I like to do it, show you that I can achieve it. I like to do it, show you guys, again, the stocks and strategy that I'm taking so that you can say, wow, Dek just turned $2,000 to $100,000. Why can't I? When you can see that other people can do it, you can definitely do it. As I said, the best one we've ever had was $4,000 to $80,000. That was my best small account challenge we've ever done. And I did live stream it. I also did post every single P&L as well. If you guys want to check that on out, that was 24-year-old day trader, turns $4,000 to $80,000. And we actually went over absolutely everything. That was all live streamed as well. And again, went over all those P&Ls. So this year, we're trying to do $2,000 to as much as we can. Hopefully, it's all the way up to $50,000 plus. And if that happens, I'm taking all the money and I'm donating it back to you guys. So all of our Tradecaster members, I'm giving you all my account. So whatever we do, and that's why I'm kind of motivated. I don't want to go $2,000 to nothing. I want to give every person here $1,000. Or again, you guys say, no, Dek, pick 5 of us, and each of you guys get $5,000, $10,000, whatever it may be. You guys know I'm legitimate. I give away all my money. So the thing is, I'm really pumped for that. We are still waiting for this here. Still waiting for this thing to go on live. Jerry Ferris, split it between everyone. That would be dope. There's just an issue. You know, we have over 2,000 members here. You know, it's over 2,500 members over on Tradecaster. So it's like, if we make $4,000, let's say, every single person here gets $2. So I probably am not going to give, you know, every single person, you know, split it up that way. But we could split it up a good way. You know, 10 people, 20 people, 25 people, whatever it may be. But if we're just like, all right, Deck, give us all a portion of it. It's like, you get $4. You get $4. You get $4. So we're still waiting, guys. Still waiting. It's all arms today, baby. Today's arm day. Today's also, again, you go to the gym. Today's arm day. Head on out to the gym, guys. It is arm day here. So that's what we're waiting for. Probably go out, do 10 minutes of cardio. Incline, right? Bump that thing up to 15 incline. Put, again, the speed at 3.1, 3.2, a little bit faster than a walk. After that, guys, we are going to be grabbing like a little bit of the barbell. Probably 45 pounds. Rep that thing on out. You know, 25 pounds, sets of 4. Let's really get the blood pumping right away. After that, we're going to switch on over. 35 pounds, go over to hammer curls. Hammer curls, we're going to be all set, ready to go. After that, we're going to hit a little bit of machines, you know. We're going to get some bicep curls off the you know, cable smith machines. We're going to be working the best we can. Really be getting that pump and probably end off after about 6 to 7 exercises with a little burnout. You know, make sure we can't even move our arms tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, guys? Come on, arm. Woo! Right now we're still waiting, still watching. I'm slowly running out of material to talk to you guys about. Usually we have spikes, stocks, moving, action, hype, activity. Have it all. But right now, it's a lot of deadness as every single trader in the market's doing what we're doing right now. We're just saying, come on! Give it to us! Right now, still waiting. Deck, can you give us a Utah Airbnb property update? Let me see. Here's a Utah update so far. Utah update. These are the bookings so far in July, August, September. September was the slower month. And then October is where things are going to really start getting picked on up. Happy again, people already bought in on December as well, you know, for Christmas time. But, you know, winter time is the time that I'm thinking is going to be absolutely insane. Winter time, that's when we're going to be able to make the most amount of money. But so far, so good. You know, so far, so good. You know, for everyone that's coming on out, I always have everyone has to stay at least 3 nights at minimum. So it's a 3-night minimum property, but these are all, you know, some upcoming stays at this time. So everything, you know, pretty solid, pretty good so far. Doing pretty well all around. So far, you know, as you guys can see, so far $33,000. So far the Airbnb's made $33,000, which has been awesome. And again, we haven't even gotten to winter just yet. So 3 months of owning it. $7,000 a month for mortgages, $21,000. We're already made $33,000. You know, I'm already paying off the mortgage and already have, you know, plus $11,000, $12,000 in profit, and we haven't even gotten to the winter yet. So we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. If you guys want to go stay at it, feel free to. Everyone, go stay at it right now. Go check it on out. Take your family there. Take your friends there. Don't party. Don't play loud music. Just sit there. That's all I want you guys to do. Just sit there and don't do anything. But yes, guys, this one out in Salt Lake City, Utah. It cost me $250,000 for the property. And put down $50,000 deposit. So I put down $50,000. Got it for, again, $250,000. And pretty good find. Pretty good find right there. So not too bad. Not too bad. Guys, $250,000. Are you kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me? No, guys, that place was actually like 2.2 million. So it was a little expensive. Okay. Yeah, that it was about $2.2 million. So it was a little pricey. For anyone that was like, wow, that's a great deal. He actually did get a good deal. Good deal, Dek. Whoa. Couldn't find that one on my own. Yeah, it was a little pricey. If that was $250,000, I would buy 25 houses out in Utah. UPTD, FWBI. Yep, JP, Dek, how did you get the down payment for that? I sold my car. So I sold my Lamborghini, sold the Lambo, and just put it to the house instead. Hey, I'll be honest. The Lamborghini never paid me $33,000 in 3 months. Never did. So the thing is the Lambo cool? Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Supercars are awesome. But supercars don't pay me $10,000 an average on, or $11,000 a month. Supercars aren't paying me $11,000 a month right now. Houses are paying me $11,000 a month. It is true, AK. Smiles per gallon. You know, you do have fun in it. I do have fun in the car, but I have more fun when I see my bank account growing. So ARM still watching this one, still looking at this play. It's 11:36, team. 11:36. 11:36 in the market. I'm giving ARM right here 20 minutes. I'm giving ARM 15 to 20 more minutes max. And we're still waiting and watching here. Yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna put a video out. Like, I want to put some big work on a video before I kind of go over all that. What was it? So this is what I put last night. I still want to keep my eyes peeled over on ARM, but if you guys, read this story a little bit, and I said, quick story. In 2011, I was a junior in high school. My friend Jeremy, who would always be on the dark web, came up to me one day during lunchtime and said, Sean, I'm telling you to invest in Bitcoin right now. I was 17 years old at the time, and I was more focused on eating my mashed potato bowl and how I was about to devour this thing rather than what Jeremy is currently talking about. Bitcoin at that time was sitting at around $20, and he was telling me how everyone on the dark web uses it, and it's probably the next big thing. 10 years go by without thinking much of it, and the big spike on Bitcoin happens. I called my friend Jeremy and found out that he sold back in 2017 on the first bull run, but he still ended up turning a few $1,000s into over $500,000. So, that was awesome. I thought maybe he kept on holding everything, but he still was able to make a ton of money. And honestly, I think of this story more than I should, to be honest. Over the past 2 years, I've almost become obsessed with finding the next big thing. What is the next internet? What is the next crypto? What is the next AI? What is the next big revolution? And honestly, team, I do it probably 3 times a week. 3 times a week, I go through Reddit boards. 3 times a week, I go through different discussion boards and different forums and different this and that. And I try to see what catches my eye. What is something I've never heard of before about that I can get some more info about that's starting to get a little bit of a fan base. And after basically the last 2 years of searching, there is something that I am finally starting to see grow more and more every week. I'm starting to see more and more people start participating on this forum. I'm seeing more and more people starting to invest into it. I'm seeing more and more people starting to gain attraction towards it. And it's still a smaller community. It's not, mainstream yet. It's not a thing that tons and tons of people are talking about. But it's something I'm definitely getting very, very excited about. Because I think back and say to myself, man, what if during that day at lunch, what if during that day at lunchtime, I actually sat down with Jeremy and I said, hey, what is this Bitcoin thing a little bit? And maybe he explained it to me. And maybe I became a little obsessed with it. Maybe I bought a ton of Bitcoin. He only put in like $1,000 at Bitcoin at $20, and he was able to make over $500,000 about 4 years later. And I know that's really wild and that's crazy to think about. And the people who bought it on the internet in the 1990s before it blew up in the 2000s, and people who bought again, NFTs before they at $4,000 before they ran up to $1 million. What's the next big thing? And I'm always trying to think about it. I honestly sit in my office probably 3 nights out of the week at night till about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I just kind of dive into some research. And there's one thing right now that has been really, 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 really exciting me. And I want to ask you guys. I said, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think it is? This guy all said he discovered Bitcoin, AI. And I just said the next big thing. Hot betting. I don't even know what hot betting is. Robots, quantum computing. I do see a lot of that. DNA editing, liquid IVs, quantum computing, AI, radiation pills. I mean, there are a lot of weird things in the works here. So traders, I'm going to put together probably a video, a really good professional video. And I'll kind of give you guys some of my thoughts. That's going to be coming on up. That'll be something that's coming on up and something I can look at, something that we can talk about in the future. But I am excited about that. Really excited about it. And if you guys want me to kind of say what it is right now, honestly, team, what I think, what could be really big, and a lot of people are thinking about it, is there is this new NFT called Slimy Slugs, and it's all these slugs, and there's actually like a king snail, and there's a snail, and he has the shell, so it's the king snail slug with a shell. And that one's only like $2,000 right now. But the slimy slugs, those are only like $50 right now. And like all the slimy slugs have like different hats and different like eye patches. And one is like partially robotic. So I'm thinking if we all bought a slimy slug and like maybe like we could also get maybe a couple king snails, like that could be really big. That could be really big. What do you guys think? No, guys, I'm not talking about NFT garbage, okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about NFTs. Max Wright says, no, Deck, my friend Jeremy told me about slimy slugs last year as well. Oh, man. If NFTs, guys, I'll tell you this right now. If NFTs ever get big again, I am starting up the slimy slugs. Okay? And there's going to be 5 king slimy snails with shells. There's going to be 5 king snails. If NFTs ever get big. I want a slimy slug. I want a slimy slug. Is 10K enough to grow your account fast? Yeah, 10K. No, definitely, for sure. The more money you have, the faster it can grow. It's the very easy equation. If I have $100,000 in my account, a 10% return would be $10,000. Let's just say you make a 10% return. $100,000, $10,000. Dek, I have $10,000 in my account. How much money can you realistically make? $1,000. Dek, I have $100 I'm investing. You can make like $9. Dek, I'm a hedge fund. I have $1 million. You can make $100,000 a day. So the thing is, it comes on down to simple. The more money you're investing, the more money you can make. If you're saying, Dek, I want to make $1 million and I only have $1,000, well, you need to understand a great day for you is going to be a $200 return on investment. You're making 20% on a day. That's, great. So if you have $1,000 in your account, you make $200, that's a great return on investment. Dek, I have $100,000 in my account. Oh, I just made $2,000. You made 2% back. 2% back is $2,000 because you have so much more money. The thing is, sometimes I'll be trading with $150,000, and then I'll only make 2%, 3%, and I'll make $3,400. Someone is making maybe $500 from a $2,000 account. And so you basically had a 20% return. I only had a 4% return. But people get discouraged and they say, oh man, you made more money than I made, Dek. But you had actually a better trade. You made a 20% return. I had a 4% return. It's just I have more money in my account. So stock trading is a money game at times too. It is a money game. Dek, is $10,000 enough to buy again a king slimy slug? Maybe. I was thinking about starting maybe the NFTs at, let's make it legit. $100,000 for a peasant slug. So we are still waiting for ARM to open on up here. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. Absolutely great. ARM team giving this probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. And it's a little unfortunate because I really was excited about trading ARM today, and I know you guys are as well. And ARM will open up at some point today. It will open up at some point today, but I mean, we've been sitting here, team, for 3 hours. So it's like when ARM does open on up, the thing is, my strategy is I want to buy in most likely right away. And once 12 o'clock comes, I'm going to take a little step back. I'm going to probably go get some lunch. I'm going to get some food. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if ARM, if this is like when it's going to open. AK-47 over on Tradecaster, he's going to be going live, and I'm sure he's going to be watching it. So as you guys know, we have all these live streamers over on Tradecaster.com. I believe AK is live right now as well. Or no, he's actually waiting for me to get off and he'll be going back live. But we have all these traders that are live over on Tradecaster and being able to watch them. I know, like, yeah, buddy goes live a lot. He goes live nearly every day watching for these plays. ARM still not live here. And we are coming on down to a little bit. What's the longest you've ever seen an IPO open on up? The longest, or the latest an IPO I've ever seen open on up was like 2 o'clock. So the latest I've ever seen an IPO open on up was like 2 o'clock before. So ARM definitely getting a little bit weaker here, team. Is 10K enough for penny stocks? More than enough. Absolutely. Yusuf, emotions, hype, and excitement starting to die down on ARM. I think it is starting to die down a little bit on ARM as well. And why is it? Well, because we're all like we're ready for this to happen. Imagine if you guys went to a concert and it's like, okay, hey, I'm going to a Justin Bieber concert. And Justin Bieber was supposed to come out at 9:30. And right now it's 10:30. And now it's 11:30. And now it's 12:30. And now again, we're yelling, where's J Beebs at? It's almost midnight, right? That's how I feel at this moment. It's almost midnight. I don't know I don't have the answer, guys, on why it's not coming on up. I don't know if maybe there's like some final insider transactions, if that's people inside the company, if that's maybe some other company trying to get some shares before it comes out, comes out to the public, whatever it may be. But traders, I obviously will have my scanner up and running here. As I said, I've been very, very happy with my last 3 days of trading. Last 3 days of trading, $1,900. Last 2 days of trading, $1,200. Yesterday of trading, $750. Right now, we're averaging $1,200 per day trading stocks. How insane is that to think about? I'm going to say that again. Right now, I'm averaging $1,200 per day trading stocks. That's incredible. So we just want to keep this thing going here. All right, team, I'm coming down to the end. Obviously, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's joining us. I am going to leave the scanners up right here until we get the ARM drop. We are coming down towards 12 o'clock. AK-47 will be going live. I'm going to leave my scanners up for, again, everyone until at least ARM goes live, and then we'll be all set. Deck, just 2 more weeks of sitting here. All right, just 2 more weeks. Team, I love your enthusiasm. I want it to come out so you guys can get paid. I love your enthusiasm. I love the hype. I love everything that you guys are doing. And obviously, I want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. Team, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to wrap this thing on up here. Woo! Dang. Guys, I mean, it's still going to be, I think, a magnificent day, but it's going to come down to how patient are you willing to be? How patient are you willing to sit in front of this computer? If you got nothing going on and you just want to pull up a little video game next to you, play some Apex, play some Fortnite until, again, the time comes. Maybe you want to do that. Get the personal chef to bring in a few meals for you, whatever you may want to do. But we are now going on 3 hours of waiting for ARM. It's basically like we just sat through the Titanic and didn't see one scene. All right? Traders, I've had a blast with you, though. I definitely had a lot of fun. Get ready for the small account challenge. I'm gonna leave this live stream up, so when it does come on out, you guys will be all set. If I'm in front of my computer at the time it comes on out, yes, I'm still looking for a potential entry, but I just don't know because I am going to walk away for a second, get some food, come back to my computer, and hopefully it's not open by then. But I will keep every single person updated. I will leave the YouTube live stream up for a little bit, as I stated as well, to make sure that you guys can see when ARM comes on out. But other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, it has always been just an absolute blast working with you guys day in and day out. Thursday, coming on down here to the end of the morning market. We'll see what we get over on ARM. Hopefully it opens on up here soon. And I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this day. You guys are amazing. You guys are fantastic. And I just want to say thank you for spending your morning with me, guys. Hey, we'll keep our eyes peeled over on ARM, and we will go from there. Help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know the drill. Small account challenge on the way, 2.5 weeks away, and let's do it, team, in 3, 2, 1. Ah! Great job, great work. Thank you so much, traders. Let's get ready to wrap this thing on up. Woo!
Nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way.
AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just got to know what you're doing.
200.
Every single person can be successful.
Dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time day
now
trader.
Now we're currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was going to do this, go out, make that money, make a killing, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
unfold even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic.
This beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Don't think too much, just bust that kick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I wanna get numb and forget where I'm from. Cause looking in your eyes, like looking at the sun. I feel like you're the moon, I feel like I'm the one. I wanna get numb, I wanna get numb.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away.
I don't wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. Cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh baby, I don't wanna know.
You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. When I told her, I said, yeah, shorty got diamonds, said come and get me. Yeah, I got so caught up, I got you told me. Yeah, hurry my girls, you the best of all me. Yeah, next thing I do. Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Next thing I do. Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove.
see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like worth living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, need work some black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a birth to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids, to the Hellcats. One less hungry mouth on the welfare.
I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. No deal, nothing I need, this shit they want from me. I just wanna say,
What you know about us? I got what you need. Looking for the story, get what you want. You get what you please. We about to get it on. Take off the drawers. It's just you and me. You know what I be doing. I'm about to go wrong. Cause I like what I see.
California knows how to party. California knows how to party. In the city of LA. In the city of gold lights. In the city of Compton. We keep it rockin'. We keep it rockin'.
I feel bonita.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
But baby, you hardly even know when I try to show you. Song is meant to keep you doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like in no keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly.
Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
Smoke in the air, binge drink.
Look. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate, or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? One of his all things gonna bloody your way. Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. Strangled him off in the parking lot with his cock and eye.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell.
I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car out your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and you're game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. So darling, darling, baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, let me do you like baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, let me do you like So darling, darling, stand by me, oh stand
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Do you still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on. Baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show me love. Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning I need you to hold on. Maybe we place so far away. Although I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take me anywhere. Tell me what you need to say. Tell me how it feels to be someone. Feels to be someone.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh,
I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Y'all already know who I am. My name's Topher.
Cause I'm a monster.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. Just grab somebody. Don't live in this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought it down. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes older, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Then somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wave a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, man, watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it.
Love her mom, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. And I'll dream each night of
If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the
Shake that. Can you keep up, baby boy? If you lose my breath, bring me noise. If you lose my breath, hit me hard. If you lose my, can you keep up, baby boy? If you lose my breath, bring me noise. If you lose my breath.
I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Everyone's got their chains to break, holding you. Were you born to resist? Don't be abused. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you?
Keep up, baby boy. If you lose my.
Can we find love again? Is this time? Yeah. Tell me how many more tears will dry till you hit me with can we talk and try love again? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I do. When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love, as the leaves turn brown. And we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer, when I met you in the summer,
And it became personal with me.
you ready? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can the main captain, grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home.
I got way too much time to be this hurt. Somebody help, it's getting worse. What do you do with a broken heart? Once a love phase, everything starts.
She wants to touch me, whoa. She wants to love me, whoa. She'll never leave me, whoa.
Don't trust her, never trust her. Won't trust her, won't trust me. Shush, girl, shut your lips.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have ARM live, but ARM, it's not showing up on the chart. Why is there no ARM chart right here? So ARM is live. There is no ARM chart at this moment. It has gone up to $58 and then came right back on down. Well, I got to refresh this. Let me try to refresh it real quick. Yeah, maybe jump away from it. Okay, there it is. So ARM, we are live here. Okay, awesome. Let's see what's going to happen here over on ARM. Can ARM be able to get back above the VWAP, maybe squeeze itself on up a little bit? All right, I was downstairs there. I just came sprinting all the way back on up. Let's see if ARM's going to get some movement. So ARM is live at this point. You obviously can jump in on ARM if you would like to. There definitely is a little bit of hype starting to go around ARM at this moment. $56. Looking for that possible $58 break. What I do like about ARM, it's above the VWAP. That's the most important thing. Needs to hold and stay above the VWAP. Now, it's not moving super duper fast. It's not like it's going 56 to 57 to 58. It's just more of like a slow and steady little move right here. I'm definitely thinking about getting involved, though, over on ARM right here, traders, to see if ARM is going to be able to spike itself on up and maybe get a little bit of hype and a little bit of action. Right now, ARM still doing pretty well at this moment. So ARM, I'm watching it right now at this time. Right now I kind of feel like this is what I initially wanted to try to hit if I could have. What I initially wanted to hit was the $56 mark straight up to $58. That's what I wanted to hit. $56 straight up to 58. I don't know. I can't say what I would have done if I was in at that time because it did get that quick little drop right back on down. Is ARM a play that we could still get involved in right now? Yes, it is. It's really up to you on how you're liking this trade. I do like how ARM is moving itself on up. Is anyone in on the long side right now over on ARM? ARM starting to get a nice little climb on up. ARM starting to get some good hype and good momentum. I'm not in at this time because I did miss my main entry, but I do like how ARM is currently moving on up at this time. If you guys are in at this moment, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you right now. Keep pushing all the way on up. Keep pushing on all the way on up. I like the buys here. I want to see if it can break 58. If it breaks 58, what's the next target? 58.75. So if it can break 58, 58.75 is the next target on this play. So can it get above 58? 58 is going to be some strong resistance. 58.75 is where I do think it's going to start getting a drop back on down. If you guys are on the long side right now, I think you guys are in on the right side of momentum. You guys can see you are breaking the VWAP at this moment, and the stock is still trying to push itself on up. I'm not in at this play. I did miss my entry at this point. I do think you are going to see $58 again. If you are in on the stock, I think $58 is an awesome target, or $58.75, depending on which one or how much money that you have invested on this play right now. But this is, where ARM is at. It took about 2.5 hours later than what it was supposed to be. Well, let's see. Can we get up to 58.75? And that's where I would say lock out. So if you guys are in on this one on the upside right now, basically the best trade would be now to 58.75. That would be the best idea if you guys are in on these plays here. So 58.75 is your target, I would say, team. 58.75 is your target. So once you get to 58.75, I would say lock out, take your gains. Let's see if we can break the high of the day. Here comes the high of the day of $58. Let's see how much higher we can go here. Come on, we got to break through that high of the day. $58 is the high of the day at this moment, so it's not going to be easy to break through. But if we do go, guys, another $58 touch, another $58 touch. We want to see $58.75, and that's where everyone can lock out and basically say, hey, free lunch, free weekend, free week, free month, whatever it is. We got $58, which is holding up strong, guys. $58 holding up strong. Not able to break that $58 mark just yet. I am not in on anything at this moment. I am not in because I know $58 is going to be strong, and then $58.75 is right after that. Can we break 58 here? 58, if you guys are in on this play, $58.75 still your target. We're looking to break 58s down. Oh, man, guys, still not breaking 58s down. We have a ton of orders coming through right now, though. Ton of orders. There we go. 58s. It looks like it's going to break here soon. Tons of 58s. How many orders are going through at $58? This is insane. We're breaking them down. There's only 2 left. Only 2 left right here. There they go. Guys, get ready to lock in profits soon. Get ready to lock in profits soon up above 58.50. Above 58.50, I want you guys locking in your gains. Sound good? Trust me on this one, okay? Above 58.50, start taking some profits. I know every single person here, no one's short on it. We haven't talked about going short on FARM at all today. So we haven't talked about going short whatsoever at all. Above 58.50, take some profits, or whenever you are just, happy, you can start taking some profits. But I think the ultimate goal would be 58.75 on this one, and then look for a lockout, be happy with your gains, and just go from there. So we got up to 58.41. Come on, can we get a little bit higher, get one more little pop on up? We're pretty close to that 58.50. Come on, keep going, keep going. Come on. Let's get that pop up to 58.75. 58.75 for all traders here. 58.50. There we go. Let's now start taking some gains. Everyone take a little bit off the top. Just a little bit right now. 58.67. Take a little bit more. 58.70. Take it all. Take it all. Take it all. Take it all. Start locking in your profits, guys. Start locking in your gains here at 58.75. Everyone start locking in gains at 58.75. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Okay, 58.75, this is going to be a very tough area to break through. We know those 8.75 marks. If we can break through 58.75, we could go all the way up towards probably 59.40. Probably that's the next region. But I would say lock in gains at 58.75. Everyone be a happy camper there. So, For anyone who jumped in over on ARM, you guys again good? For anyone who jumped in over on ARM, everyone happy? For everyone who jumped in on ARM, everyone pretty psyched on up? Everyone who jumped in on ARM, are you guys saying, hey, nice, got the nice big spike we needed? That was the move right there, team. So if you guys, again, jumped in over on ARM, there's the move right up towards 58.75, and now we're going to start getting our pullback. So ladies and gentlemen, here comes the dump. Here comes a little bit more of that pullback, and we are back on down now, 58.20s. So things are getting a little bit more choppy now. It seems like more people, more volume is starting to move into this. This is getting a lot more crazy at this moment as more people are starting to see that it's awake and moving now. So you can see we definitely start getting a little bit of that pullback right around 58.75. Let's see if we can keep on going. Right now, it's still, in my eyes, team, either you locked in profits or you're still a bull. There is still no shorting in my eyes. It's either you lock in profits or you're still a bull and you're still keep on holding. Personally, if I was in on this trade right now, I would be 100% out. If I was in on ARM right now, I would be 100% out of this play, and I would be saying to myself, hey, I'm happy with the gains that I just made. 58.75 was my target. 58.75 was my limit. Tim, shout out to you, buddy. Tim just locked in $5,300, $5,000 over on Tim. So Tim just made $5,000 in profit. Andre just made $1,300 in profit. Let's go, baby. Shout out to you guys doing your thing right here. So that is absolutely awesome. We got Jerry Fries. Jerry Fries was able to just make $1,900 in profit. Said, Deck, you're goated, bro. Best mentor out there, hands down. Look at this, guys. Sent his P&L, $1,100 in profit right there. So shout out to you guys. Everyone, like the thing was, pull the trigger, get in on the play. Pull the trigger, get in on the play. Who here is still holding on to ARM and just saying, Deck, I don't care. I'm holding until this thing hits the moon. Is anyone just moonballing it? Is anyone else just holding this thing and just saying, Deck, I don't care. I'm holding it. I don't know how much higher we're going to go, but I'm closing my eyes. I'm driving blindfolded and I'm running through some red lights, baby. Play a little bit of Freebird and let's get it going. Is anyone here just blasting Freebird and letting this thing rock on out? If you guys are. Oh man, I know there's some of you guys out there. You guys are animals. You guys are animals for anyone that's just still holding on to this play, going for more. Jose is saying, Deck, I can't sell it. Won't sell for me. Try a market order. If market orders are not working, do a limit order right now. You may have to do a limit order potentially. So if you cannot get out at Robinhood, you may have to do limit orders only. Guys, here comes $60 over on ARM. Guys, ARM, here comes $60. ARM, here comes $60 over on ARM, team. Market orders not allowed. So that's probably the issue. ARM here, team, still going on up. And you got one good thing right now. Actually, one great thing. For all the people that jumped in over on ARM at $54, 55 or 55, 56, 57, and are right now saying, Deck, I'm stuck. Deck, I'm stuck. I can't get out. Deck, I'm stuck. I can't get out. What's the good news right now? The stock is going up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. For anyone that's stuck and can't get out, right now, it's actually, I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually a good thing. All right, for anyone that's stuck at this moment and is saying, I can't get out of my play, you're probably up like $2,000, $3,000 at this moment. Getting stuck is maybe one of the best things that's happening to you at the moment. It's basically like you getting stuck inside like some random house, and then you end up finding the love of your life. Maybe a snowstorm hits and you got to stay there, and you end up having a wives and kid. Right now, it's literally just going up higher. So if there's any stock to be stuck on at this moment, ARM's a good one. If you guys are on Robinhood, you have to go to the desktop website to sell. So the only way to get out is desktop website to sell on Robinhood. So you have to go to the desktop on, again, Robinhood.com. You have to log in on Robinhood.com to sell. Personally, these are random reasons why I don't use Robinhood. These are random reasons why I do not get involved in Robinhood. Right now, it's still trying to move itself on up. ARM, great climb, guys. Congratulations to everyone who caught it. So ARM, congrats to everyone who caught this so far. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely awesome. Love this. Love, 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 guys. I did not, get in. I am so pumped for everyone who did. So pumped. There we go. And I am so excited for everyone who just crushed that, was able to make some nice trades here, and be able to see this thing, just take on off the way that we wanted it to. And that's, that's the way we were leaning the entire day, seeing this thing go on a spike. No, again, talks of shorts, all longs, all staying ready for it, all seeing this thing go on that pop. Congratulations to everyone that just said, hey, you know what, Dek, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm getting involved. I'm making this money. I'm doing what I know. So I absolutely love that, guys. Congratulations. Congratulations. And ARM, I mean, team, if you're saying, Dek, how high can this go? Unfortunately, there is no answer. If you're saying, how high can this go? There is no answer on it. There's no past chart history. There's no old RSIs. There's no indicators. It will go up as long as momentum keep pushing it on up. I would say, though, if you start seeing $59 again, start being very cautious. You don't want to go underneath 60. You want to stay above the $60 region. So as long as it stays above 60, as long as it stays above that $59, we stay in the 60s, you are so good to go. 0 day. First trade ever. Just made $64. Shout out to you, 0 day. Your first trade ever. Just made $64. That's awesome. Dek, would you jump in right now? Right now, this is where it's now a casino. This is now casino time, team. So I'm just letting every single person know at this point in time, it's casino time. And what does casino time mean? If you jump in right now, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to me. If you jump in right now, I don't care if you jump in right now, but if you jump in right now, don't lie to me. You know you are just hoping it goes up higher. There's nothing else there. You're saying to yourself, Dek, it's going up. I want to buy it. Hopefully it keeps going on up. So if you jump in right now, it is pure casino time. What was the only predictable area? We knew there was hype. We knew that Apple, Google, NVDA was all going to buy the public shares. We all know that everyone was watching ARM. The first initial spike was the predictable area. The first initial spike from 56 all the way up to 60, that was the predictable area. Now that we're at 62, welcome to the casino. Sit down and play some blackjack. I cannot tell you if it's going to dump. I cannot tell you if it's going to drop. I am, again, just a man walking around a casino floor right now. It all comes on down to really just waiting to see if this is going to be able to hold its gains. So personally, ARM, if you missed it, if you did not trade ARM, don't trade it. If you didn't trade ARM, stay away from it. You guys, there was a chance there. If you pulled the trigger, great work. But at this point, you're just hoping for more. Does that sound like a good plan? Everyone understand that? You are just basically hoping for more out of ARM right here. So guys, don't casino it. Don't casino it if you guys don't have to, right? So great work. So guys, I am still, again, sitting out here. Amazing job for everyone who crushed it. I'm not going to get my trade up this high. I'm going to let ARM pass me by. And, ARM's the trade of the day here, as you guys can obviously tell and as you guys can know. So if you guys did not trade ARM today, hey, you know what? Tomorrow you got your Friday and we'll be back ready to rock and roll. If you guys did pull the trigger and trade ARM, amazing job and amazing work. I know all you guys made profit. If you guys bought ARM, you made profit. There's no other way around it. So awesome job for everyone here over on ARM. Team, to be able to see that trades work out this great, I love it. It gets me so excited. So really, congrats to everyone who banked. If you didn't trade it, don't jump in now. You're really just gambling. And we got a brand new day fresh, ready to go tomorrow. So ARM, congratulations, guys, for those who banked on it. Obviously, we'll keep our eyes peeled on this to see where it's going to be heading towards next and where this action is going to be going. Obviously, if you need anything at all, I'm here to help you guys on out. But I'm going to let you guys know that probably, again, my chicken is currently on fire. So I am going to go, again, turn off the oven before my house burns down. All right, team, we're going to keep our eyes peeled over on ARM at this moment. It is starting to get the drop in the reversal. Don't casino it. Congratulations to everyone that played that predictable spike on up. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I love you guys. I am going to turn off the YouTube live stream, put it up just for Tradecaster members only. You guys can watch over on Tradecaster or on your own, but here comes the ARM drop, and this is why we do not casino it. Team, great job, great work. I love you, team, and you guys deserve these profits. Congratulations, and I'll see everyone back here later this afternoon or again tomorrow morning getting ready to rock and roll. You guys are fantastic. Awesome job.